What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It is Super Bowl time. Come on now. It's Super Bowl. Fortunately, none of
Let's
our
get
team
it.
is in it. But
Hey,
let's
gonna be
get
good.
it.
How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? Tell me how you like me now. How you like me?
All right, yep, it's Ramon, one of the hosts here in the Super Bias Sports Show. This is the other host right there. Let him introduce himself.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy T Time here. Let's get into it.
All right. Just remember, y'all, this is the Super Bias Sports Show where a fan could be a fan no matter. We already know how biased their take is. So, what's the first
Sir,
topic here today? What's the first topic here today?
what we getting
Whoa,
into?
what we gonna
Well,
get into?
let's start with the awards. Let's start with that.
Mm,
That's the most recent thing. The
mm,
NFL awards. The NFL honors happened a few days ago, and it was a
yep.
lot of good stuff. Some interesting stuff. Let me pull this up on the screen, and we can see some of the winners here. And How, what's your thoughts? Who you think any you got any issues with the players that was picked
I
for all these
had with
awards?
one, just with
What you got?
one, but it was the Geno Smith one. But I'm okay
Oh,
with it. I'm all right with it because he was nothing last year, so to speak. And
that's
then
it.
he just one of the most accurate QBs now in the league, or the most accurate QB in the league.
Yeah,
So get your bag, Gino. Get your bag.
that's yeah. Yeah, I hope he get paid, man. I
Now he
hope he
gonna
get
get paid.
paid.
Nothing too crazy. But who would
No,
get paid more? Him or Daniel Jones?
that's a good.
I would
That's
say
a good question.
Daniel Jones just based on the age. Because
Yeah,
Gino, he's been here for a while.
yeah.
But
So I was watching the what is it the pivot the podcast with that, and they had Gino on recently, and if you listen to like some of the stuff that he was talking about, you get a good understanding as to why things went the way they did for him early on. Like he didn't have a mentor, he didn't have like a veteran quarterback to teach him what to do and how to go about things. So he was just out there figuring it out, And it's the Jets, so of course, it ain't gonna go, super good, but to me, like I'm okay with it. I know people. Pedro was supposed to be on here, but I know he was saying he was upset as well with the Geno pick, and I
mm-hmm.
don't know, man. I'm not really tripping about it. Like I don't think the comeback player award is only from injury. You know what I mean? Because there could be players who were out of the league and then came back, and you could get it. Like it doesn't just have to be, based off injury. I mean, the
Just
dude,
based off of it. Right.
he was on his way out. He was definitely on his way
No,
out,
he
and
was out.
he was, and I mean, he took the league. He took the league by storm, and I think he got it based off of people really thought Geno was trash, right? Like everybody knew Saquon was good. He just had a bunch of injuries, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody just thought Geno was trash, that he was a bust, all of that. And I mean, look at him. He came in and he balled out. Took Seattle, who nobody had it making the playoffs, took them and made them a playoff team, And for the first three quarters against the 49ers, had
Was
them on
right
the
there.
ropes.
Right
Had them on the
there.
ropes. So I can't really trip too much about that one. Like I'm okay with it. I'm good with him winning that.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said, I ain't tripping too much. I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with it, but just wish that he did it with us before we drafted
Yeah.
Daniel Jones. They stopped Eli Manning streak for what? For what?
Yo, they said that he was saying that he got his dad was getting death threats and stuff
Mm-hmm.
because of that. Like New York fans is crazy. They was really upset that this man took Eli's broke the record for him, like ended the
But
record.
it
I was
wasn't
like,
his
what?
fault.
No.
It was
It
Joe
wasn't
Judge.
like Gino. Yeah, it wasn't like Gino was like, yo, put me in the game, coach. Like he just was out there like I'm just here to play ball. I'm like, sheesh.
Man. Another one,
But-
obviously, my man Brian Dable did it. We had a feeling
just
that
about to say that. I was just
we
about
had
to
a
say
feeling
that.
that was about to happen. There was only
Mhm.
one other coach. Who was it? That was close to getting it too.
I don't even know who else was in the. All year, I thought it was going to be Brian Dabble.
Yeah,
That's why. I mean,
can't remember.
yeah.
Oh, the 49ers head coach. They were saying because
Makes sense. That makes sense. You got
four
got
different
all your
quarterbacks.
going down. That's crazy, man. And to still make it to the NFC Championship game, that's some good coaching. I mean, you got to give it to him. That's some good
Look,
coaching.
I'm
But
just it's a regular season reward though.
it is, yeah. No, that was dope. I was the one that really got me, of course, is the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Dak winning that, like, it really shines some light on like all the things that these players deal with outside of football, and it's just crazy to me, like the way that people just attack this man nonstop just off of a bad
Constantly.
season. You know what I mean? And I'm like, people just hate him. Not like no one's attacking Josh Allen. I haven't seen anyone attack Josh Allen. Nobody attacked Joe Burrow. Nobody did any of that, right? And Josh Allen more so than Joe, because Josh Allen had more turnovers, total turnovers than Dak.
Way
But
more.
somebody said they were just like, oh, well, it was what was the comment the dude left? He said, well, Josh Allen is the Buffalo Bills' entire offense. So if he turned the ball over, it was okay. And I'm like, that don't make sense, though. That's even more of a reason why he should have been taking the blame, because of it was on him. And I'm like, nah, like that's just not okay. So, huge shout out to Dak Prescott for winning that, just persevering through his mom, losing his mom to cancer, losing his brother to suicide, coming off his own injury, all sorts of crazy stuff that he's had to deal with, so shout out to him for getting that. So I was proud of him for that, man. I was really proud. Like, that was dope.
The Giants hate, the Cowboys hate. I wanted to say, you know why he got that? Because he just was giving everybody the ball.
That's a fact.
I want to say, but I was like, nah, he deserved it. He deserved that.
No, like overall, like people hate Dak simply because he got a star on his helmet. No other reason. Because when you really look at it, Dak is a good dude. He's a good quarterback. Everything that he does is just, it's the Cowboys. So that's what it boils down to. Is just everybody just owned in on, the Cowboys. And it's just that hate of the Cowboys. But, at the end of the day, he persevered through a lot. He did his thing, man. He still got us to the playoffs, right? He beat Brady. He wasn't, they counted us out versus Brady. He did that. So it's like, I'm not upset with it. Like, obviously I'd take a lot less interceptions or whatever, but I ain't gonna trip about it.
Now next year might be a little different thing.
Oh no, I think next year gonna be completely
worse.
Different.
Oh
no.
I'm about to say, jeez.
No. I got us. I think obviously it's early, right? Season, we ain't even in the real off season yet, but I like the moves that we made. I like how we picked up Shoddy for our offensive coordinator. I'm not mad at McCarthy for being our OC. Like I'm good with all of that. So I like where we're going. I think it's gonna, if things happen the way that I'm thinking they're gonna happen, I think we're really gonna, get get Dak some weapons, really bulk up that offensive line and use our run game the way that we were supposed to, that we didn't use with Kellen Moore. So I think Dallas is going to be in a pretty good spot. I like where we're moving at. But the other part of these awards that I didn't really realize it, but the defensive rookie of the year and the offensive rookie of the year, both New York Jets players. Like, that's crazy.
Boy.
Like we hate on the Jets a lot because it's the Jets, right? Like they've never done anything. But when you got the offensive and defensive rookie of the year
They
from the
did something
same
right.
team, they
They did something right in that draft.
So if they get a quarterback there, if they could get, Aaron Rodgers is still in his darkness retreat, but if they could get them a quarterback over there, it
And
could
remember,
go real
Hall
good
is
for them.
coming back. Bryce?
Yeah,
It's Bryce,
yeah.
right? Yeah. He was probably going to get offensive
yeah,
rookie of the
Brees.
year. Yeah, Brees.
He was
He was
definitely on
probably
his way.
going to get it.
He was on his way. I got him in. He's on my dynasty team. Well, he was.
I got him
I
in
ended
my
up
other
trading him
team.
away for some picks, but yeah, he was killing. He was definitely putting in work for me. He was definitely putting in work. So you can't go wrong with that. The Jets is moving on up, man. They definitely moving on up, And who else? What else we got? I mean, we knew Bosa was going to get Defensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm. Especially with that
Jefferson.
last game of the season. Yeah, we know Justin Jefferson was getting it. We knew
the
Pat
defensive
Mahomes.
player. Yeah, Pat. We already knew that. The Defensive Player of the Year award is sacks. Like it don't matter because Micah competed with Bosa in a lot of the other categories of that. Only thing that
But
Bosa
sacks.
really it was the sacks, and it's like if whoever get the most sacks, they're going to be Defensive Player of the Year.
Because who was Defensive Player of the Year last year? It wasn't even your quarterback. I mean, your cornerback. It wasn't Diggs. I can't remember who, but it's crazy that it wasn't Diggs, and he led the league in interceptions in double digits.
Let me see.
Like you said, it's all about. They make it all about the quarterback. If you could sack the quarterback, you win Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Who won it? Was it Bosa?
Nah, I don't think it was Bosa. I don't think it was the Browns defensive lineman.
Oh, Watts.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
I know it was a defensive lineman.
Yeah, it was Watt. From the
Steelers. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He was gonna have it this year, but them injuries.
Them boys they stay getting injured, man.
Both brothers
stay getting injured. Both of them stay getting. But JJ retired.
Mm-hmm. I think he might come back.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like he might come back.
Know,
unless
man.
his body is just that beat up. Where
I
he
don't
like,
even think
nah.
it's that. I think he just like some people just know when to call it quits, and he just had a baby. It's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, what more? I mean, obviously, a Super Bowl would be nice, but I think he just good. Some people just like, I've been here, my body beat up. I'm missing out on a lot. I might as well just ride this thing out and call it a career. He's still gonna be a Hall of Famer. So.
Well, I didn't even know they had a ground player. Why did just want to say best running back?
Yeah, I was
what?
confused by that when I pulled the screen up. I was like air player. I was really lost by that. So, because that put Nick Bosa getting 2 awards. Deacon Jones Award and the
now
defensive
Deacon
player.
Jones. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they even got an assistant coach. That's crazy.
That I kind of understand, D'Amico Ryan, but hey, now he about to be a head coach. He might get the head coach one next year.
Yeah, if he could turn that Texans organization around.
I don't think he could, but
I don't think so either. I mean, but overall, I mean, I think the award show was pretty good. It was, I think a lot. We never did a video. We were supposed to do one where we ran through and picked who we thought was going to who was going to win each award. But I mean, the people that even in our chats, like the conversations that we had, the people that we thought it was going to be, ended up, winning these awards. So shout out to all of them. Mahomes with the MVP. We already knew that was coming. Geno Smith, comeback player. Dak, Walter Payton, Sauce Gardner, defensive rookie. Dabo, coach of the year. JJ, offensive player. Garrett Wilson, offensive rookie. And Nick Bosa, defensive player of the year. So shout out to them for that. That was super dope, though. That was definitely super dope. So what we got next?
The injury.
The final injury. Yeah, let's talk
Mhm.
about this. So now, let's get into
The
let's
bowl.
get let's get into the
Let's
Super
get
Bowl conversation.
into the Super Bowl. Uh-oh.
So the injury report came out, and hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, it's looking decent. It's definitely looking decent. A
I
lot
think
of
everybody gonna try
Kansas
to
City
play,
players is back for sure.
but
I
but
mean,
I
it's the
don't think
Super
they at
Bowl.
full strength. Exactly, it's the Super Bowl. You're gonna come back. You're gonna try.
Yeah. So you got. I'm gonna just run through it real quick with Kansas City. Pat Mahomes, full participant. Kadarius Toney, full participant. Trey Smith, full participant. Willie Gay Jr., full participant. McKinnon, full participant. Pachenko, full participant. Snead, full participant. Juju, full participant. So all the people that, because remember they lost all their receivers,
All of them.
all of them in that last game. So looked like they all good, And then on the Eagles side, Fletcher Cox, he was limited, but you might as well, he playing. Brandon Graham, dude, crazy, he playing. Dickerson, full participant. Sweat, he was limited. Bradbury, limited. AJ Brown, limited. I don't even know who this dude is. Jurgens, full participant. Let's see, Robert Quinn, full participant. Darius Slay was limited. Maddox, which is the cornerback that's been hurt for a lot of the year, he was a full
He was
participant.
full. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so they're going to have him playing. Kelsey was limited. Lane Johnson was full participant. So
That's because Kelsey was doing his show, his brother.
heavy on the podcast, man. They got to push that. They got to push that narrative. They got to.
Especially Super Bowl week, man.
Yeah. So I think overall, man, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Like, I mean, everybody's good. The real talk though that we're not having on this injury report is a lot of reports coming out, or people, not even reports, but a lot of people thinking that Jalen Hurts is not really 100%. And if he's not 100%, what does that mean for the Philadelphia Eagles?
That's why I got. Who would you take injured? Pat Mahomes or Jalen Hurts? I think that.
I mean, after Mahomes, what he did to Cincinnati, it's like it's hard to really pick against him. But at the same time, like, all right, look at it like this: if Jalen Hurts, if his shoulder is hurt, it don't got nothing to do with his legs. You more afraid
Until
of Jalen
somebody
Hurts
pop
running the
him.
ball. Hey, but
Until
you're more
somebody pop
afraid of
him.
him running the ball than you are of him throwing the ball. So it's like they just gonna run that. I mean, they can just run heavy. They got two solid running backs, and they can just do that. The option plays and all of that. So they definitely. I mean, no matter what, it's like everybody's saying, it's hard to pick against Mahomes, but I mean, I still feel like Philly's defense is strong enough to handle Mahomes. I just feel like it. I feel like they're solid enough to do it.
Man, Kelsey is about to be the biggest decoy ever. Juju is going to be one-on-one on all.
They're going to take Kelsey out. Yeah, they're going to take Kelsey out. They're going to make the rest
Juju.
of them. Yeah, Juju going to have to do something. Pachenko going to have to do something. But the other receivers going to have to step up and make something happen. They definitely going to have to make something happen. So,
hey,
it's
Tony. He might do what he did back in college.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible.
Have the biggest game of his career. I don't know. I just, yeah. It's one of those things. If them two are injured, I prefer Matt Mahomes. I said Matt Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes over Hurts. If both of them are injured.
Yeah. I mean, Pat Mahomes is the better quarterback. I mean, you're talking about the MVP of the National
Two-time
Football League.
MVP,
2-time MVP.
and then 2-time Super Bowl MVP.
Not 2-time, 1 time.
Oh no, tomorrow it's gonna be 2-time.
Oh, he's speaking it. That's what's up. I'm not mad at it. It's,
2-time.
like I've been saying, I'm sticking with my pick. Philly's been my pick. I'm sticking with them. But full disclaimer, if they lose,
You can't even go on Facebook.
I can't. I was so you know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna jump on here and just go live. That's the best I got. So any means necessary, I'm going to get my junk talking out. And then so they got me suspended off Facebook. So that means I'm suspended tomorrow and then Monday. So Monday night, because I think I got suspended like 2 hours ago. So Monday night around 7, 8 o'clock, I'm getting on there and I'm talking crazy if they lose that game. Now, if they win, then
you can't talk anyway.
I can't talk. So that means I don't even got to look at what they say because it don't even matter. So, but I think it's gonna be a good game. It's good though to see. It's good to see that all these players are healthy, full participants and all that. With the Eagles, all these limited participants. These are just the old dudes getting some rest in. That's all
some
that is.
additional rest.
Mm-hmm. That's
Before
all
the
it
game.
is. So, yeah. But they definitely about to do their thing. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's definitely gonna be I think it's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be a good matchup.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I don't see it being no blowout game. And if it is a blowout game, it'll be on the Eagles side.
You think the Eagles got a better chance of blowing
out? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could see it. The Eagles is like one of those teams where when they get clicking, it's hard to stop them.
That stupid pistol offense, man.
Yeah.
It's so
if Jalen is running, if they let that man run, Kansas City
which
defense
I believe they are because it's the Super Bowl. You gotta bring everything you got.
That's true.
All the tricks, all that good stuff. Ugh.
That's true. It's funny too, though, right? Like I heard, how these big networks try to make a storyline out of anything, and so Nick Sirianni, Eagles coach, was I want to say wide receivers coach in Kansas City the year before Andy Reid got there. And when Andy Reid got there, he obviously fired everybody off the old staff and started his own thing. So they trying to make this a storyline of like, this is the revenge. Nick Sirianni gets to get his revenge for getting fired. Just like, yo, of course they was going to get fired. The team was trash before he got there. I'm like, y'all really will pull a story out of anything. Like, they really just don't care. Like, they will pull a story from anything, like any type of motivation they can get. That's what they do. So I'm like, man, the league is crazy for that. But I think overall though, I mean, you got what other storylines is it? The Kelsey Bowl, right?
The Andy Reid Bowl.
Andy Reid Bowl.
It's for both
it's all
teams.
sorts of, which is crazy. It is crazy.
And he took both of them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he took them and lost. And then Peterson took them and won. But then Andy Reid got how many Super Bowls he done been in Kansas City? 2 or 3?
This is the third.
This will be okay. So there you go. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting, though. I mean, I hate to even pick Philly because I really don't like their coach. Like, their coach is extremely annoying. I
don't like their fans.
The fans is crazy. They oh man, Philly fans. They just talk just to talk.
That's it.
Yeah, just to talk.
Oh my gosh! But now you're talking about Philly. No, go ahead.
They just now. So my boy, I'm listening on Sirius XM today, and I'm listening to my homeboy station, and he's on there and he talking. I just knew it was coming, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm just excited about this weekend. My Philadelphia Eagles is playing, and I got them winning by 2 touchdowns." And I'm like, "Bro, you are bugging. 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl? Like,
Does this show got a call-in line?
I don't think it did. I sure would have called him." I'm like, man,
Shoot.
I'm like, he can't be. And he had a heart and soul station, so I'm like, he just had to slide his football talk in. But then I was listening a little bit later, and one of the other hosts is another Philly fan, and she said the same thing. And I'm like, all right, y'all got to be getting paid to say this because ain't no way y'all think that they winning by 14. No way.
Like, really?
14? No. I'm like, I don't see it.
But
I don't see it.
now we on the Eagles, though. What got to happen for the Eagles to win? I
What do they
say
have to do?
they have to have over 150 rushing yards total.
Yeah. Which
Total.
that ain't that difficult.
Exactly,
City-
but they would keep the ball. They keep the ball for long. You don't want Pat Mahomes with a lot of chances.
That's true.
And
That's true.
have a 75% third down conversion rate.
Mhm.
That's my 2.
Okay.
That's my 2.
Well, let me see. They are. So you said run the ball and convert on third down.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, you got to get Jalen Hurts going. Like you got to get him throwing that ball. Like because with Kansas City, we know how the offense is, right? I mean, we're talking about a offense that can just put up endless amounts of points, right? Like
Quick.
they real quick. You know, let me see. Versus the Cardinals, they put up 44. You know, versus the Buccaneers, they put up 41. Versus the Raiders, they put up 30. Versus the 49ers, right? A fully healthy 49er defense, they put up 44. You know what I'm saying? So 30 against the Chargers. Like this is 34 against the Broncos, 30 against the Texans. You know, this is a offense that can definitely score. You know, so if that's the case, right, the Eagles have to get Jalen Hurts going through the air. You know, yes, I agree with you about them controlling the clock with the running game, because you don't want to have Patrick Mahomes with the ball. But at the same time, a lot of teams try to do that, and it ends up haunting them in the end of the game because they just like, oh, let's control the clock, let's chew clock.
So they're not putting up
you get to the
points
end of
that
the-
quick.
Exactly. And Kansas City can definitely score. So get Jalen Hurts going. Get that RPO. Get that RPO game real big for him. Definitely get the air game. You got to get A.J. Brown. He's got to get over like 75 receiving yards. He's got to. If he's not going through the air, then they're gonna have a problem. So, and then on the defensive side, you got to contain Patrick Mahomes, which I don't think that's a problem. I think the real question is like how many times are they going to hit him?
But I think Pat Mahomes is going to get right back up. Like I said, I think Juju is going to have the biggest game of his career.
Yeah.
The biggest game. I think he's going to have at least 10 catches. At least
10 catches?
10.
With
Juju for
with
10.
Maddox back and
Slay.
Darius?
Juju for 10.
Juju for 10.
Juju for 10. Juju for 10.
That's a bold statement right there.
Now, if there was any prop bets, I'll put 50 on that. Because
Juju
that
for
gotta
10.
be what? Plus 4,000. Probably.
That's I don't see Juju doing that, but not to say that he can't. I mean, it's gonna be. I'm all deep. I'm a linebacker, right? Like, so I'm always running with defense, and we know what Philly got in their defense. And I
Can't
now
see that much yard,
the
much
other side,
catches.
yeah, the other side of Philly's dominant defense, right? Because their defense is third, their offensive tied for second. But when they went up against good quarterbacks, top ranked quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins, or not Kirk. Kirk ain't really do nothing, but who was it? Dak. That when they went up against Dak put up 40 on him. What's his name? Aaron Rodgers put up 40 on him. Who else was it? And then obviously San Fran, but San Fran didn't have San Fran didn't even have a quarterback. But so whenever they went up against good quarterbacks, it was a shootout. What's his name? There it is, Goff from Detroit.
So if
Detroit
you think
put up
about
35
it,
on them.
out of those teams that put 30, I guess 35 plus on Philly, is their offense better than Kansas City?
No.
Or the weapons?
No. No. Right? Like Rodgers. Rodgers just had a solid running game, and his receivers, some young receivers. Dallas's offense. Dallas's offense might be comparable though, right? Like we got a good tight end, not a Kelsey, but we got a good tight end. So all right, if you matched up Dallas's offense, you got Kelsey and CD. Those are the two number one, weapons. And then who's Mahomes number two?
Kelsey and anybody else.
Juju?
Kelsey make it 1 and 2.
Yeah, exactly. So, Dallas's offense might be the closest thing that Philly has experienced in this type of high powered or top ranked QB. But now if you put Mahomes is obviously better than Dak, so it's going to be a lot different. Like I don't think Philly is really ready for Mahomes. Like it's just so. The more I think about it, like I it's very possible I might change my pick, but I'm gonna rock with him. I'm gonna still rock with him, but it's definitely a possibility. It's definitely a possibility that they.
It is. The jitters that's gonna be on Philly side. I don't think there's gonna be much jitters on KC side like that because they've been there.
They want KC been there, lost, and they ready to get it back.
Exactly. So it's like, yep. So speaking of KC,
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, what's got to happen for them to win? What do they have to do? So for me, I say this: for Kansas City to win the game, you just got to let Mahomes do what Mahomes do. If him and Kelsey get out there and they get going. If Mahomes could get out that pocket, it's going to be a long day for the Philadelphia's defense. Because like they talk about all these sacks that they get on these quarterbacks, but it's like, they got 6 sacks on Dak. Dak ain't really a mobile quarterback. Like Dak will stand in the pocket, right? Like you're not.
And Pat Mahomes is a pocket. He's like a pocket half of a mobile.
Yeah.
Because he's slow, but he gets away.
He get away, and they saying that he's they're saying he's not 100%, but he's close. I think some reports came out he was 80. Some reports said he was about 90% healthy. So
he was worse against the Bengals, and Bengals had him running.
And he was running. So if that happens, right, and then on the defensive side. they got to get to Jalen Hurts. They got to hit him. They got to get through that offensive line, which is not an easy task. Chris Jones is gonna have to all that talk that he had going about Cincinnati. He's gonna have to show up in this game.
You better forget about Cincinnati.
Yeah, no, because this ain't that. So defense to beat them. Though I think it's gonna be who turns the ball over too. Who gets a turnover? Who gets a turnover? Because you got to look at it.
Pat Mahomes is more apt to get almost 1 or 2 interceptions because he's gonna throw it.
He gonna sling it. He gonna let that thing ride. Let's ride. He gonna be out there. So like that's my thing, right? Like you got Philly, who's got a top ranked team. You know what I mean? Like you got their their offense is tied for second. Their defense is third overall, right? So it's like that's a quality team right there. Overall quality team. So you got the third ranked defense going against the first ranked offense for Kansas City. They got the first ranked offense, and then Kansas City's defense is fifth ranked. You know what I mean? So you literally got the two best teams in football right now going up against each other.
Top 5 teams, yeah.
On both sides of the ball. So,
well,
that's what I think. What you think?
What I think they're gonna need to do. Oh, there ain't somebody calling me. What I think they're gonna need to do. Pacheco have at least 75 yards. At least 75 yards, and then about 50 yards receiving, because he loves using the running back there out of the backfield. And one more thing on the offensive end, Juju have to have 7+ receptions. I say he's gonna get. Juju's gonna have a touchdown and he's gonna be over 100 yards, or not. I don't know. Kelsey just gonna have to just be beating double teams then. That's what it will have to come down to.
It's
and
Kelsey,
I say he can't do it.
Yeah,
he could do it.
That's true.
But yeah, something I have to give. And every one-on-one chance that Kelsey is there, the ball is coming his direction. You best believe it.
See, I was listening to Kelsey was just on. He was on the pivot as well, and he was just talking about like the connection that him and Mahomes got. He was like, "Listen, a lot of the plays that we got ain't really scripted. Like when the play break down, I look back, he running, I run to the open place in the field. Like that's what they do. And Mahomes finds him. Like Mahomes is just getting enough time for Kelsey to turn around, realize that it broke down, and then boom, like that's what it comes down to. So it's like Philly, can you stick with that? Because shoot, Slay got beat by T.Y., thought that he had that help over top and, got cooked. So it's definitely by a dude that was just chilling on his couch. So, no, I mean, somebody got to help him out,
And then the defensive end.
You think Kelsey and Mahomes, just them two, like they can beat Philly?
Philly defense too good to have Kelsey just snap and like carry them all the way home.
That's a fact.
I think they would. I believe they will put 3 people around him. 3, because their linebackers is athletic enough.
Yeah.
Probably can't jump as high, but speed wise,
they
will have to keep 3 of him over the top, left and right.
That would be absolutely crazy if they triple team him. Though Juju gotta go stupid
because Philly is gonna rush their 4. They're not gonna really blitz that much like that.
No,
because they don't.
Their D line. No, they don't need to. That D line.
D line is a blitz.
Yeah.
So and then on the defensive end, though, I think Kansas City, they have to get at least 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers or a special teams touchdown. 2 turnovers
Special teams touchdown.
or a special team touchdown or a big play from the
Okay.
special teams. Not necessarily
Okay.
a touchdown, like, maybe a punt block or kickoff return down to the 20, punt return in
something that'll
territory.
change the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me ask you this off script: Who gets the first touchdown of the game? What team?
I say Kansas City get the first touchdown.
I was
And that's
thinking the same
even
thing.
if Philly gets the
start with
ball
the-
first.
Yeah.
I see Kansas City getting the touchdown first.
Yeah. I was thinking that was literally my same thought. as I asked the question, I'm like, I think it's Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like although they're a young team, they're a veteran team because they're experienced, and I just feel like all the stuff that they got going on this week, all the interviews, all that, like they know what it is. They good. They about to, they're focused. Is it the same thing for Philly? Are they prepared? Are they soaking? Are the players soaking up all the fun? Or are they locked in?
I don't think that Hurts is going to be bothered because he's been on stages somewhat
Facts.
like this.
Facts.
I think it would be his teammates, but I don't. I think he's going to be level-headed. Now he hasn't been on no stage of the Super Bowl, but college championship is darn near this close to how the Super Bowl is.
Especially playing for Bama. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So no, I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, he definitely he's the one player you don't got to worry about. That's you always know that Jalen is going to be locked in, ready to go, ready to play ball.
And I think in the first half, or at least the first quarter, Eagles is playing keep everything in front of me. Keep everything in front.
Yeah.
Keep everything in front. Just to get the jitters out. Keep everything in front. That's what I think. Because you remember, every timeout is longer now.
Yes.
Everything is longer. Halftime show, 30 minutes.
That's true.
I know 15.
Yeah, 30 minutes. You got Rihanna for the halftime show. Should be interesting.
Riri. I wonder. I want, because they're going to show whatever players come out to watch it. They're going to show that. And then if they lose, that's going to be one of those
That's
talk
gonna be a
about
story.
things.
It's gonna be a story. It's definitely gonna be a story. Now that's for sure. What was I about to say? Off script though, not even Super Bowl related. Did you watch that? Did you watch that show with LT?
No, I seen a bunch of different clips. I seen a bunch of different clips of it though. Almost felt like I watched it.
Listen, LT is the truth, man. Like,
yep,
it's just one of them dudes. Like when he talk, you just listen, and it's like, I wish he was a Cowboy, right? Like, I would have definitely took him for with the Cowboys. But I was gonna say, there's been this conversation of, and they asked LT, so is Aaron Donald the most? What was the question? Is Aaron Donald the best defensive player ever, or is it LT?
Mm-hmm. Well, me, I always go with LT.
You got to
LT, because the thing is, he created turnovers, man.
He changed the game.
He created turnovers. He literally changed the game. Aaron Donald he's
dominant though. He is dominant.
You can't really say nothing much. But LT did it he was consistent every year. and then he wasn't injured much.
Right. In an era that
Chop block.
football was, like it was physical. Like they didn't care about nothing.
Like I
They
remember
didn't
that
care
one
about
play
nothing.
that Shannon Sharp always talk about when the
Mhm.
dude chop blocked him,
Mhm.
and then he said, "I'm gonna get you back."
Yeah.
They literally the quarterback audible to play where Shannon Sharp became a blocker and took old boy out the game.
Hey, that's what football was, man. That's what it
That,
was. Like
yeah. A
it
lot of
was
these
physical.
players now, yes, they probably more muscular body type is better than it was back
Mhm.
in the day, but I don't think that they still the way their bodies break down now too. It's just like, come on,
Yeah.
there wasn't this
Yeah.
much injuries like that back then.
I mean,
There was probably
no, it
more
was.
concussions.
It was, but they was playing through it. Like
Well,
them dudes ain't cared.
yeah, concussions wasn't even a thing.
LT was talking about how he would be drunk playing in the game and
Yep,
all of that.
playing
Like,
drunk and high and all. I was like, oh well, T,
yeah.
better be quiet real quick.
Hey, why? What they ain't nothing they can do now?
Take his pension away.
Yeah, he ain't
I
worried
doubt that
about
they would do that, but
No,
hey, yeah.
but it just makes you think like. So I feel like with football, right? So you could talk about like basketball, with the whole LeBron thing. LeBron just got the scoring title and blah blah blah. I feel like it's harder to debate basketball, like who's the GOAT. You can't really compare, but football, like the game of football hasn't really changed in the sense of like the game is the game, right? Like it's physical no matter what. I mean, some of the rules have changed, but I feel like you can definitely compare better with football than you can with basketball. So it just makes you think about just all these different players in the history and like who you would take. Because I'm still taking LT. Like, AD is definitely dominant, but I
LT
think I'm
could
still
line up
rocking with
anywhere.
anywhere.
Linebacker,
D-line,
DT. He
and still
he
get
would
some
even play
quarterback.
safety a few times.
Yeah. And he said it. He said it in the video. He was like, yo, like, he said, I played everywhere. And
Yeah.
like, no, you only played. He said, no. Check the tape. I played everywhere.
That man was all over. You can't put Aaron Donald at a safety. You could barely put him at a tight end.
Yeah. No, he's D. He could play on the line. He could play.
Yeah.
He might even be
He
able to
got
play
that line of scrimmage is him.
Yeah.
What's good, B-Rock?
Yo.
But
Yeah.
yes. So speaking of
Is he?
I gotta put that one up. Is Jalen Ramsey getting traded? Ugh.
Is he?
I would say yes. I would say yes, he's getting traded. He won his Super Bowl, but now he's too much of a cap. Too much of a cap issue right now. So honestly, I if there's one team out there that I think is about to go all in, I'm not even saying my Giants, is the Jets. If the Jets get Ramsey, I would prefer Ramsey to play strong safety or free safety. Something there, like how Champ Bailey switched. Because remember, Champ Bailey was lockdown, but then he switched and went to safety. He still was good.
Yeah.
Even Charles Woodson, he was locked down there. He went up to safety. Ramsey, if he's back there, I would say they could get a second for him.
A second?
A second. They ain't getting no first. A second or
Definitely
a third.
First.
If it's a third, it got to be like a third and a fifth.
Yeah, some late picks maybe. I mean, he didn't do that. He just wasn't. He wasn't the same dude. You know what I mean? Like we've seen him get beat. He definitely.
He was getting cooked.
Yeah, he probably need to switch to a
He's
safety
slow
position
now.
for sure. Yeah, which is crazy though, because he's still young. Like he ain't been in the
Right,
league
because
that long.
look at what's his name, Revis. That man was a lockdown corner his whole career,
For sure.
even when he was
For
old.
sure. Yeah.
Like that man, Revis Island, man.
Probably still locking people up.
But
Shoot,
yeah, do you think that Ramsey is getting traded?
Me?
Yeah.
Me like it's somebody else saying it. Right. Do I think it's rumors. I just to who and for what is the biggest question. Like, you know, who's gonna what's his value? You know, what are they
I say
asking for?
Jets. Now that I think about it, maybe even the Broncos. Help
Broncos,
Sertan out over there.
That defense is pretty solid already.
It's solid.
I mean,
right. He's
they
going to a solid
The Broncos
defense.
don't got nothing. They don't got nothing. They just traded away for their coach.
No, this would be like 2 years down the line.
Oh, see, they don't got nothing right now.
They're the Lakers of what's it? Lakers have
They the Lakers of the NFL.
Well, we got a bunch of second round picks now.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that was a lot. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think
he's going to a good.
I think defense. It's possible. I think it's possible, but I could also see the Rams just keeping him. I mean, like, who do they have to pay? You know what I mean? What are they? It ain't like who they going to? What are they trying to do? You know,
true. Or
you got to think about it. Their whole team was hurt. Back to Duval.
That would be crazy. I know he ain't going back because he left.
Yeah,
but man, that would be a good story. That would be a good story.
No, it definitely would be. That would,
you know, the
NFL
is all about storylines.
Yes, we definitely know, especially with the Super Bowl. All about storylines. That's all they care about. I mean, I'd say he's got some. It's definitely some options, some places, but I just don't know if it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's what
the Browns.
I agree with Last. Like, a second round pick, that's a lot. That's a lot for somebody that's got to switch positions.
For instance, do you think Browns will give up a second round pick for him? I see the Browns doing it.
Maybe I'd say third at best.
Because look at Philly. Philly gave away. They don't care about picks.
Amari Cooper just got traded away for a 5th round pick,
which is insane.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this ain't the NBA, man. This ain't
which
the
I don't
NBA.
understand. Amari Cooper is at least top 15 receiver. Top 10 possibly when he's healthy. How? No, not even how. Why? Like, why? It made no sense to me.
We've been asking these questions all year long and still don't know, don't have no understanding. You know?
But you were talking about, you know, best this, best that.
Mm-hmm.
Is Andy Reid and Mahomes the best QB quarterback of all time?
No. It's
no.
It's Brady and Belichick. Brady and Belichick. I mean,
because of the Super Bowl?
Because of everything. Like, you got a lot of catching up to do. I mean, even if you don't do Super Bowls, I mean, look at the wins. You know what I mean? Like, just now they set the standard. and now to me, it's a no. I mean, I would say this, right? Like Mahomes has to win this Super Bowl, right? That they have to. If Mahomes wants to really solidify his position in this conversation of GOAT, baby GOAT, comparing him to Brady and all of that, he's got to win the Super Bowl. And if that happens, then maybe we can start talking about it. But then you're still talking about 2 versus 5 or 6. But what is it? 6.
So
Brady
now,
and Belichick got 6.
so now you brought up a good thing. You brought up something. It's not this, but who has the most to lose? Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts?
Mahomes.
Who has the most to gain? Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts, in my opinion.
See, I would say almost both of them is Patrick Mahomes. Because if Patrick Mahomes wins this, he's 2-1. He takes that next step to becoming GOAT, so to speak.
I see that, but see now I say Hurts. I say Hurts because think about it, right? Philly fans did not support Jalen Hurts all this time. They literally just halfway through the season when they was like, "Yo, we undefeated. Jalen Hurts is the dude." Like that's when Philly fans
what the
really,
Giants fans did too.
So it's like if he comes out, everybody counted him out. Nobody was picking Jalen Hurts and the Eagles and all that. If he comes out and he wins the Super Bowl, you don't think like he got more to gain, like the contract, the respect. You know what I mean? Like you just gave this man the weapons and put a team around him, and you ran out and you got you a Super Bowl. I think, and I say that also comparing him to Mahomes. Brady's gone. Mahomes is the face of the NFL. Like that's not going to change. Mahomes could lose the Super Bowl.
No,
and
they're trying to make Josh Allen the face. They're trying so hard.
I just don't see they could keep trying, but Buffalo ain't really. They're not supporting
the
man
Bills.
Enough.
Is the Bills.
They still circling the wagons. Like
maybe when they get a new stadium, when they get their stadium in 2026 or something, I think it is, or 25.
I think it's 6. It's gonna be a minute before they get it, but Mahomes is the. I mean, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Josh Allen is not even in the conversation with Patrick Mahomes. Like it's just not. It's not a thing. It's not. It's yeah. Mahomes already has a ring.
Yeah, but this is going into greatest of all time if he could win. But then I look at it like this too. Mahomes gonna have another chance to get a ring. Will Hurts have another chance to get a ring?
Exactly. That's really what it boils down to. Like I still say Hurts has everything to gain. Now Mahomes has everything to lose because again, like if he loses this game, now it's like, okay, well, what has he done? He's only got 1 Super Bowl victory. Getting there, nobody crowns you for getting to the Super Bowl. So I just look at it like that. Exactly, Q. Like he has a contract extension coming up this offseason. You either go into the offseason Super Bowl champ, let's negotiate, or you go into this offseason Super Bowl loser, let's negotiate. Those are 2 different numbers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Those are 2 different numbers. So, I just think that I think it's Jalen, man. I think he's got most to gain.
Well, for me, I do think that Andy Reid and Mahomes is the best coach QB pair of all time, but I am not going off of Super Bowls. I'm going off of Andy Reid is an offensive genius, and Pat Mahomes has every ability that Andy Reid needs in a quarterback to run every single play.
Yeah,
Bill
But I
Belichick
mean,
was just a
look at
defensive
what
mind.
Brady. Yeah, but look at what Brady was doing. Like, I mean,
What Brady defense was doing.
Brady made, but no, look at his offenses, right? And I think, thank God Brady is retired. Like, he signed his paperwork. He is retired. Like, thank God. I'm happy about that. But look at what he was doing with tight ends. Like, he made
Oh no, that's
Brady
tight
made
end.
the tight end position what it is. Like Gronk, Hernandez.
He
like,
made it popular. He made it
Exactly.
popular because they had that man over there, Tony and
Mhm.
Antonio Gates. Man, I used to love them.
That's true.
And
That's
Shannon
true.
Sharp
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I used to
Just
love all of
dogs.
them, man.
Dogs, all of them.
Especially Gates.
You know?
Gates played what, like 16 years, 17 years, or something like that?
Way too long. Way too long.
As a tight
Dude
end.
was out there looking like an offensive tackle. Like he was looking like an offensive tackle out there.
Yo.
The tight end was just out there. He was just big. He was just big. Aaron Hernandez created that position. No, you referring to what, the tight end being what it is?
Yeah, because if you think about Aaron came for Gronk.
Aaron came before Gronk, yeah.
Yeah, he was killing. That man, Aaron. Well,
Yeah.
no pun intended. no pun intended. But he was giving.
Oh, you can't say that. Oh man. Oh man. You can't
Yo.
say that.
Yes, Aaron Hernandez lights up everywhere though.
No, dude was you gotta pick your words with him. Dude was a beast.
Right.
I mean, on and off the field, he was a beast. So, it's unfortunate he chose the path that he chose and things went the way that they did, but
because
he definitely right.
Can you imagine him and Gronk playing for 10 years?
Right.
The Giants probably would have beaten them in one of the Super Bowls at least. Especially the one they
were they both
we
there?
played No. I don't think none. The first one was he there? No. I don't think any of them was there.
Well, right. That was after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 22 personnel, which is now everybody's favorite offense. So no, I think I don't know, man. I just find it hard to just give that title to Mahomes and Andy Reid when, I mean, what are we? Even if we don't judge it off Super Bowls, which that's what everybody judges everything off, like I just don't see how you don't give it. I don't see how you don't give it to them.
All right. If the question was worded, is Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes the best offensive coach and QB duo ever? I don't see no
offensive.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna go with Brady and Belichick.
Nah, I can't go with Brady and Belichick because Todd Brady had some. Yeah, I can't do that. I'll say Andy Reid and Mahomes. Every year, this guy is having over 5,000 yards. Every year, over 5,000 yards and 35 touchdowns or more every year.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Sam is stupid.
Who's the new dude hiding under the hood? What's good, man? I'm just trying to keep my head warm.
Oh man,
I ain't used to this, man.
Mm-hmm. Walking outside, you get that breeze.
Listen, so it's so bad, right? So when I put my shirts on, I'm used to all my hair. So the other day I put my shirt on, I went to grab my hair and there was nothing back there. I was like, oh, all right, I don't gotta do that. So oh man.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
They're about to get a haul Shoot,
We was just talking about this though. Like, trade him.
we
Like,
definitely was.
if you're not gonna give him the bag, trade him. Like, so potential landing spots.
I'll say the
As much
Giants.
as Miami say they not, no, stop it.
No, seriously, we have the draft capital, and we could give them back a decent quarterback.
Y'all
A
not
sign and
Dabo ain't
trade.
going for Lamar.
It'd be a sign and trade.
I think he's
But
locked
Dabble
in
ain't going
with
for him though. Dabble ain't gonna want him. But
exactly. I think he's
that-
locked
that-
in with no
but
realistic
man,
spots.
go
I
to
would say
Miami.
Miami,
woo,
the
Jesus.
Jets. The Jets is in play.
But the Jets will have to
Somebody
give
even
up some of
said
them
it.
young.
Yeah,
Now
but
Giants,
I even saw.
Giants
I
cap.
even
We
saw
have the
Atlanta.
second highest, and Giants have the second highest cap this off season.
Yeah, until Lamar take it. Texans,
Hey,
Jets.
nah,
Yeah,
see, he would get fully guaranteed money. That's what will happen.
yeah. I think the Giants is out on that. I think they out on that.
Yeah, I know they ain't gonna get him, but the Miami Dolphins, boy, that will be insane. Because shoot, are they gonna pay Tua?
What do you pay to him?
No, because Tua got one more year of his option, I believe, because he was a first
even
round.
still, what do you pay to him? You know what I mean? Like,
Woo!
I could see Miami. I could see Miami going for going after Lamar. I
See,
could
I
definitely
would
see that.
say San Fran, but they don't got nothing left. San Fran have nothing left. The Panthers have a
Really?
lot.
The Jets is the most ideal place for any QB to go. Like, I don't care who you are, Rodgers.
But the Ravens don't care about that. Ravens,
No.
who I could get the most.
Oh yeah, who gonna bless me the most for sure? That's what they're looking for.
See, Sam said Panthers and Falcons.
I haven't heard the Panthers, but I've seen Panthers fans
Uh-oh.
requesting it, but I did see something about the Falcons. I did.
But don't they got that new? Didn't they just draft Reed?
Ritter?
Sorry, yeah.
But they could trade. What that mean?
It don't mean nothing.
Gonna,
it don't
So-
mean nothing.
Falcons gonna draft Stroud. Where are the Falcons at in this year's draft? What's the draft?
I think they
draft
like
order?
third. I think they like third. I want to say third.
Let's
I
see.
got it. So Chicago, Houston, Cardinals, Indianapolis.
Mhm.
Jeez. Falcons hold up.
8th.
Yeah.
You think Stroud gonna fall all the way to 8? You got the Texans need a quarterback. Arizona need a quarterback. The Colts need a quarterback.
Arizona ain't getting no quarterback.
Arizona don't even got a head coach.
You know what? Seattle. Trade that man. What's his name over there? Sign and trade.
Gino?
Sign and trade and get Lamar.
And you see this? Y'all
They
start
got the
working on your mock
capital.
drafts. Now we definitely. I mean, we gotta get past this weekend. I've seen some other people already jump on the mock drafts and everything.
I've
but
been doing a little bit of mock drafts, but
yeah,
nothing crazy.
we want to get through the Super Bowl first. We got a little bit of time.
Shoot, Detroit ain't gonna let them pass, even though they got what's his name, Bradford. Not Bradford. Golf.
I was about to say you going. I was about to say you
They
going
got
way
Golf.
back. Yeah, I mean the Raiders.
And then the Jets got the 13th pick. The Jets have the capital to do it, man.
Yeah. I think he ends up in with the Jets. Dallas needs Jackson or Bijan. Yeah, I'd take Bijan for sure. Robinson, the running back. Dallas is so late in the draft. Um, they so late in the draft. So
Nah, the Giants. I got Jalen Hyatt to the
you got him
Giants.
going to the Giants.
If he falls that far.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think
I don't
somebody
think
want to
he
join.
will, but
I think somebody trying
but
to
I
join.
sure do.
He just hit me up.
Who?
My boy Dwayne. I want the Bengals to drop Mixon and draft Gibbs. Why you turning on Mix? Because he got in that little bit of trouble.
The man was stressed. Yeah, but I really think that's who the Giants is going for. Man, Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, it's we definitely gonna get into some of that this coming week. You know, we got it's a lot though with the quarterback moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
hey man,
drop it in the
if y'all want to join, let me know. Just go ahead. Throw it up for sure. But
yeah, we still in here for a little bit. Y'all want to hop in? We can still talk about any of the tomorrow's matchup. We can talk about whatever. You know, we chilling.
And
for
anybody who hasn't subscribed, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. I wasn't able to post this on Facebook. I got blocked, so we straight YouTubing it tonight. We straight YouTubing it tonight.
Got blocked though. That.
Does Jalen Hurts score a rushing touchdown tomorrow? I think so. That's one of my keys for them to win this game is Jalen got to get going. I think so. I don't see why not. I think he do. What you think, Bonnet?
Yeah. I would say Jalen Hurts will score a rushing touchdown before their running back score a rush, before Sanders do.
Now, the real question for y'all in the chat, who scores the first touchdown tomorrow? What team scores the first touchdown tomorrow?
This or that Super Bowl fool. Pig in the
Pig in the blanket or buffalo chicken dip? I don't eat cheese, so that's all on y'all.
You don't eat hot dogs.
I don't eat hot dogs either. That's why we have the steak stuffs. Uh-oh.
My guys, what's up, man?
What up?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a couple bodies in here tonight.
Yo.
Somebody's here.
Hey, what's up?
Good?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, I wanted to say, like as far as like the whole drop Mixon thing, because as far as it goes, the Bengals we rated like last. Like even though we had like a high efficiency in run, like success, we rated last, like near the bottom in the league and like explosive runs. Like so we barely had any runs this year that went for 30 or 40 yards, right? And Mixon last 40-yard run was back in his rookie year, right? So I feel like the two things that we miss in our offense is that running back that could either hit that edge where his speed is an issue, where like if he gets to the second level, the second man has a higher chance of missing, which that Mixon don't got that. And then it's just like that, and then a line. Like we get an explosive running back. Like just imagine like we had Tony Pollard on our team. Now you got to worry about the speed on the outside from the running back, which play action
wide receivers,
because you really gotta play for that there. And then you got them wide receivers on the outside, them dogs on the outside. So like that's why I want Gibbs. If y'all Anybody watching, y'all check out Gibbs from Alabama. He recently was on Georgia, but he went to Alabama this year. Explosive running back. Explosive running back. So that's why I want us to cut Mixon. And then cutting Mixon gonna give us a couple more millions and some cap space, because think about it. What is Mixon doing that a rookie can't do? He can't pass block. He's not the best pass blocker. We always put Samaji in, so might as well get a rookie that's explosive that can do exactly what Mixon does on a cheaper deal.
I mean, when it comes time to pay Chase and Higgins, of course, Mixon gonna be a cap casualty.
Yeah.
How was Mixon now? He got to be 28.
He's 27.
Oh, he ain't gonna see another contract from y'all.
Yeah, he ain't gonna see another contract from us. He up there. So it's one of them things where it's just like, I like Mixon. He a dog. He put a lot of heart and soul in the team, but it's just like, man, it's Chase, like it's Chase and Burrow and Higgins time, man. Mixon is one of them players that was like around the time when we were like drafting, avoiding them, So it's about time for us to refresh and re-up at the running back position.
That makes sense.
Get like us.
Yeah.
Stable.
Yeah.
After they get like, yo, that man,
Here we
Joe was going for, he about to get a $70 million 3-year extension. Joe Nixon, that is. Joe Nixon. If y'all go to Cowboys route.
I'm not a Cowboys fan. Yeah, Niners fan.
Niners gang, bang bang, get it right.
How do you feel about the?
Think that Joe about to like eat up the cap for the team, bro? I honestly think that Joe is. I ain't gonna say he's gonna take a team friendly deal, but I don't think he's about to hit. Like, he's not going to like be top of the market.
I heard something from one of y'all receivers. One of them did an interview. I can't.
Yeah, it was.
Was it Chase?
Yep.
And he was saying like, "Yo, we all know what it is. Like, we all about to come together and try to figure this thing out." And I agree. I think they're gonna do that thing. What was you about to say, Q?
I was gonna say, how do you feel about all the 49ers coming out after the game with their quotes on the Eagles?
I think it's valid, but I don't look at it as they're not shots at the Eagles. Really, it's per se. It's just like we didn't get a chance. Yeah, I mean, what to say? There's holes in the defense. There's holes in the defense, and yada yada yada. Yeah, but for the most part, from what I've been hearing from like Kittle and CMC and Debo, basically it's like we just feel like we were robbed. Not robbed because the Eagles won, just robbed because we didn't have a chance.
Absolutely, I agree.
Let me ask you this then: Do you feel like because y'all played the Giants? I mean, no, that was the Eagles who played the Giants. When y'all played
Cowboys,
when y'all played Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Game was tight. Let's say the game was tight up until Tony Pollard got injured, right? Because once Tony Pollard got injured, the explosive run game was done. Like, it was tick for tack up until Tony Pollard got injured, right? So, I mean, would it be fair to say then, if Tony Pollard don't get injured, do Dallas fans feel like, okay, we would have had a fair shot at winning?
I mean,
or they feel maybe feel like they got robbed.
No, I hear what you're saying. It's to a certain extent, yes, but overall, no, because running backs have gotten knocked out of games before for years. For almost every postseason, there's been a running back that gets hurt. That's a key important piece to a team. It's pretty unprecedented that somebody that's already on a third string quarterback loses that quarterback and the backup to the backup's backup in the same game. And that it like literally can't throw the ball. I mean, if Tony Pollard go down, y'all could still run the ball.
But you could say that for the 49ers as well. Y'all lost. Y'all lost your starting quarterback, and y'all kept chugging. Y'all lost your backup quarterback. Y'all kept chugging. Then y'all lost your third. So who's to say that y'all can't keep going through the West Coast offense when it's really run the ball first then pass second?
No, we can't.
They put all 12 in the block.
Run the ball. We
couldn't. That was the true problem.
We literally could not run the ball. It's not high school. Ain't gonna do a wing T or a wildcat and be able to just run over a team, run through a team. It's the NFL, and they are a legitimate defense. They not trash. Like nobody ever is saying the Eagles is trash. Somebody said they ain't play nobody, but y'all ain't they ain't trash. You can't play NFL defense and not pass the ball.
Let me ask you a question, right? Okay, so if it's any other team, right? Say for instance, right? If it's any other team that gets their starting quarterback injured and then the backup quarterback comes in, it could be the backup or the backup, right? At that point that y'all lose, any other time it's gonna be okay. You guys achieved what you could have achieved with that backup quarterback, right? So could one say y'all achieved the most that y'all could with those backup quarterbacks? Yeah, I know Purdy was doing his thing, but could one believe and say like, okay, maybe the end of the road was the end of the road regardless?
I guess. I mean, yeah, you could say that, but after. Just from my perspective, I might be biased, and I'm in the right place. But it's just the fact that all right, Trey Lance was given the job. I mean, it was fixed. It was fixed for him to win. It was a competition, but it was fixed. And Jimmy Garoppolo came in, looked like same old Jimmy G. We probably could have been to the same point with Jimmy G. Brock Purdy, even George Kittle was like, "This is the best our offense has run in 3 years." He was granted he was Mr. Irrelevant and he was the third string at the beginning of the season, but by the middle of the season when he came in, he was undoubtedly our best quarterback. So when your best quarterback goes down on top of already having all these injuries, it's just like it's an unprecedented situation, and there's no way you can talk about it without sounding like a sore loser. But it's like when you can't do half of the game or a third of the game, like there's nothing you can do. Like the Eagles, the Eagles won. Credit, hey, they got the number one seed. They deserve to have an easy route. That's what having what number one seed is all about. Doesn't mean they didn't have an easy route. Doesn't mean they didn't get breaks. I mean, it happens. But at the same time, it is also just like we'll never know really who the better team was.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
I will say this. We were talking about this in the chat the other day. We were saying like Eagles fans, and there's no disrespect to them when we say like easiest route, because we're only comparing it to like what the other teams had to go through, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So like if I say like, yo, the Eagles had the easiest route, I'm saying it because like the Eagles didn't have to play a Joe Burrow. The Eagles didn't have to play a Josh Allen. Eagles didn't have to play Patrick Mahomes along their way to it,
Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. No disrespect to other NFC East boys in here. But, like, yeah, overall, like, y'all records, like, y'all had the best division in the league. But there's no doubt that the AFC is just overall the stronger conference. Like, top to bottom.
They got the better QBs.
And that goes a long way. Yeah, it goes a long. Maybe you're talking Pat Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, even Herbert, even Lawrence. Like those 5 quarterbacks would be the top, arguably the top
Lamar
5 quarterbacks
Jackson.
in the NFC. Lamar Jackson, like all the top quarterbacks, you move into the NFC, they will still be in the same number or a position of their rankings.
No, you're not wrong.
So who started for San Fran week 1?
Trey Lance. Easily
even
the worst quarterback that played. Oh, you talking about this in 2023?
Yeah,
Trey Lance. Purdy won't be back for week 1. No shot.
Yeah, it's looking like, I mean, not no shot, but the first thing I saw was looking like 6 months. Then he would have had a shot. Last thing I just saw was 9. That puts it out to October. So if Trey Lance gonna be anything, this is window.
This is window to do it.
Yeah, I feel like y'all invested so much in him, and it's not. Y'all don't run an offense that's hard on the quarterback. They just have to get with Trey Lance, give him, the right tool. He can run, he can throw. There's not much more. You don't really need to think too much. The West Coast offense is really a timing offense where it's run first. If you can run the ball, that opens up the passing and everything. That's what Dallas.
It's just timing.
That's what Dallas is going to ease up things for Dak.
It's just timing. That's why every sportscaster is gobbling up the Jimmy Garoppolo for the last 4 years because it's like he wins. I'm like, oh, he's just decent with timing. It's a timing offense. Trey Lance when I was watched him play in the preseason, the first 2 games, even though the first game was a monsoon, like he just was a beat late on everything, and it made a huge difference in the Kyle Shanahan offense. But I feel like this injury and him getting hurt, and then seeing Brock come up and start setting the world on fire, and I feel like it's gonna help with mentality.
Record?
Brock?
What was Brock overall record? 9-1?
9-1, 7-1, 9-1.
I think it was 9-1.
9-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then one loss to the Philly.
To Philly. There was a 9 games
again before that. It was they went undefeated. Okay.
Yep.
No.
Last game we lost was the Falcons. That's when half our team was hurt.
Yeah. Well,
and everybody coming back. Jimmy
was 13-10 versus teams over 500.
Jimmy is handsome Kirk Cousins.
Lamar Jackson is 10-6. He's top 4 in the league. Lamar Jackson is first in percentage. Patrick Mahomes second. Tom Brady third. Jimmy G fourth.
I'm sorry. Jimmy Garoppolo's numbers and his rankings always sound so sweet, but Jimmy Garoppolo is the epitome of an average quarterback.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. He hides behind Kyle.
Y'all running offense for that though. That's why I have no doubt that Trey Lance will find success if they really give him the time, because you have the tools now. You have a running back. Before you guys were every time you snap the ball, someone got hurt in your offense. If you guys can fix the health bug out there, you should have no problem.
The crazy thing is we've already gone through 2 training staffs with Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Now it must be the
new coaches, everything.
Yeah, I don't know. It don't make no damn sense. But,
so since y'all on here, who y'all got? Who y'all got winning tomorrow?
Chiefs. I don't trust Jalen Hurts' shoulder, and I feel like everybody. Like I think I commented on your post, Trenton, that I feel like Pat Mahomes is starting to get the LeBron James effect. Everybody just want to be like, all right, Pat Mahomes, great. Who's the next one? But first it was Josh Allen. It was Josh.
I couldn't respond to you. Facebook blocked me for 2 days, so I can't even talk my junk.
Man, you got put in jail. That's crazy.
I went to respond, and it was like I'm like, what?
Wow. It was like, who this bald headed dude taking over this page?
He hit me with the no. They said you in timeout. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, no, I agree, man. I don't agree with Kansas City winning. I'm still rolling with Philly. I don't know why. I'm defense. Defense wins championships.
Hey,
so I'm rolling with them.
Disgusting.
Trust me. Hey, this is the same logic I had. Basically, the same logic I had when the Niners played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Everybody was picking the Niners. I'm like, this dude Pat Mahomes different though. Like,
yeah.
It's something. It sounds corny, but it's something just kind of magical about that man. I don't know what it is. That he just every Sunday he just do something that you be like, you're not supposed to be able to do that against.
Yeah. I wish Pedro wasn't here to explain the stuff that Pat Mahomes could do.
It's absurd, dude. It's absurd.
Pedro went missing tonight. He was supposed to be on. I don't know what happened to him.
I just think if it's a close game, you have to give the edge to the team that has the better quarterback and the better head coach.
Big. I think it's a big gap on the coaching side too. I feel like
absolutely.
I heard you ask earlier before I came in who you think gonna score first. I think it's gonna be the Chiefs because I think the Chiefs are gonna come out aggressive because the Eagles formula has always been get up and coast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get up on Philly and force them to having to pass in the second half,
please.
I feel it's Kansas City. I don't feel like they got it. I don't feel like
we talked about this a little bit earlier.
Okay, well, I missed it.
Yeah. If you force, you have to play ahead against Philly. Because if you let them just run the ball down on you, it's impossible to stop. The way they did the 49ers, that nose tackle, they were blowing him 10 yards off the ball. But that's to his credit, that didn't come until you guys had no hope. Your quarterback was gone, and then he's just getting literally thrown around.
And defense on there for 20 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, it's tough. They just like my thing with Philly is people talk about Jalen Hurts being an MVP. I call it big cap. I think that O-line is the MVP of that team.
What do you got? 2-3 all pros?
The way you can plug in any running back into that system and they can get 4.5 yards a carry, it's insane. You know, that's not a credit to Jalen Hurts because they run the ball more than they pass the ball. It is.
But see, I feel like Jalen Hurts' importance to the team is not just the way. I think it's deeper than his play on the field. I think his importance to that team is who he is as a person. Like Jalen Hurts is locked in. Like he's focused. He's been there. I mean, he's obviously not been to the Super Bowl, but he's just one of them tough dudes. Like he just sets the tone for the team. So I just feel like he's because I mean, look at it. Gardner Minshew, you put him in, he didn't win the game.
Yeah, but Gardner Minshew's a backup quarterback. Take any.
He still had 300 yards.
Take any of the top quarterbacks in the league, top 15. Let's say even any top 15 quarterback in the league. I think they can get the same production if they can run the ball. That's the big thing. His legs definitely open up a lot of things.
Are y'all talking about Jalen Hurts or Jimmy Garoppolo? Because it sounds like the same person right now. I'm just saying.
Because we're not gonna give him no love.
I mean, it ain't no love. You mean we're just talking, right?
When like the 49ers defense was to make him sit in the pocket and pass the ball, and he could not do it.
Balls are dying.
So and I believe that the Chiefs have better DBs than the 49ers. But I believe so.
I think
they play better as a group.
49ers linebackers are the most insane linebackers in the NFL.
Absurd.
It is not even remotely close. Fred Warner is a god on that football.
But Hufunga's a smacker. He ain't a cover.
Yeah. No, No, I'm talking about corners.
Well, whatever. Talking about but
safety. Hufunga.
Talk that talk, George.
But I believe corners. Like if you make him sit in the pocket and get Chris Jones some free rushes, then they're gonna have a problem. But you have to get up on them. You can't let them run the ball. Chris
Jones is key.
He's
key player in this.
But
game.
He is going against top offensive line, though. I mean, he's gonna have to earn it tomorrow. He's gonna have to earn it. You know,
he's been elite all year against a top tier schedule.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
And let's not forget was the Cowboys the hardest team, the best team that the Philly played this year?
Yeah, probably.
I would say the Vikings had a better record, but
the Vikings were the
biggest. Vikings are food. The NFC East ran through Vikings.
Frauds. Oh,
did you really just bring up the Vikings? Everybody just got offended.
God, I mean, come on. Just because your quarterback is fast, Kirk Cousins, don't be bringing these people up.
I watched
top 10.
On a side note about Fred Warner. Remember the play 49ers Cowboys?
Yeah. Which
what was it?
What happened? Oh, that guy, top 10? Oh, it must be the opposite day. It's crazy.
Are we talking about the CFL? You can't think Daniel Jones. That's pretty.
Q finished saying what you were saying. You was watching.
But there was remember the play Cowboys 49ers when we thought that Dak should throw it to T.Y. Hilton. Remember it was T.Y. T-Rod ran a streak, and then CD also did. So looking at film, and the guy was breaking it down. Fred Warner came down all the way onto the line of scrimmage. So CD was absolutely the play, but Fred Warner came straight back from the line of scrimmage and played a ball over top. CD running straight down the field, ball perfectly in CD's hands, and Fred Warner stopped it. It was just one of the most amazing plays I've ever seen a linebacker make.
Because linebackers aren't supposed to be in the history of the NFL.
There's no way you should be able to.
No linebacker makes that play out. Even in the last
nobody
who makes that plays. Maybe Willis. Maybe
if that's Dalton Schultz, you expect it. But this is CeeDee Lamb,
right?
Running straight down the field, stretching out for the ball that hit him in the hands, and Fred Warner still got there and knocked it out.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature. He's a freak of nature. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Chiefs is my pick.
Chiefs all day, man.
Chiefs.
I think we'll know very early on, though. I think it's gonna be one of those games.
Hey, man, this is only the second time I didn't pick the best defense in the Super Bowl, and I got a Super Bowl streak going back to the last game I got wrong was the Panthers Patriots Super Bowl.
Wow,
I was like 11.
Jeez.
Right. So I feel like I might be going. I might be going out on a limb with my streak right now, but I'm still taking Chiefs.
Listen, I mean, although Facebook has kind of screwed me over for my junk talking plans, if Philly loses this game, I will go live from the Super Bias Sports Show immediately after the game. Like, I'm going to get that out there. So
I'll be on here with a bottle of champagne.
Yeah, I'll try to jump on with my dad on the background if he come over because he a Philly fan. He already told me. I picked the Chiefs, so he already told me. He's like, you must be trying to lose your last name.
I couldn't respond, but I seen it. Oh my god!
I was like, dang.
Oh man, we gotta get the OG on here. We gotta get him on here.
Oh man, if we get our dads on here, this junk will be ridiculous.
Oh
man,
my god! You know what?
That is unreal.
That might be a show.
Your dad is unreal.
Yeah. My dad don't know ball like that though.
He don't, which is why we got to get him.
He can show talk like he do though.
He tries. Man. He tries. Yeah, he's the.
Yeah, you know what about your dad. Your dad could have headphones on for the call, but then still have his Bluetooth earpiece in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, Bonnie, you see this?
Y'all should live stream during the game. Oh, like a Manning cast?
It could.
That would be cool.
Ain't none of our teams playing.
They're gonna be watching the game.
Yeah, I always be terrible color analysis.
If the Eagles start blowing them out, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Either way, I'm excited for the game. There's so many amazing players. As much as I hate the Eagles, there's so many. Lane Johnson. You have Hassan Reddick, Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce, Jalen Hurts. All these amazing players going out on the biggest stage to go and win it, man. They put so much time in, both coaching staffs. This is last round.
This is why we watch pro sports, man. Because, for everybody that love the underdog and everything is all great, but we watch sports, the Super Bowl, the finals, the two heavyweights, stacked, generally healthy, slug it out. Because that's exactly what this is, man. It's easily two of the best rosters in the league. If they're not, they top three.
Yeah,
that's true.
Putting it all on the line too. This is guys who've never been to the Super Bowl. This is your dream for everybody. A lot of guys who haven't been there.
At the same time, both of these teams both have people that's been to the game.
Yeah.
And
it's like it's one of those weird mixes.
QB.
That's also a big factor when you get into a game like that. Say it's a tight game. One quarterback has been there and won it and lost it. So, one has never been there.
You have a tight end.
But if
one of the best tight ends ever.
If you're gonna have a quarterback that's never been in the Super Bowl, I might take Jalen Hurts because he's like the most even killed dude.
That's what we were saying earlier.
All time, son.
I
feel like Jesus could walk up to Jalen Hurts, smack him in the face, and send him down under. He'd be like, all right.
But it's just like, my thing with him is like, we thought that of Cam Newton, and when you get forced into, all right, you have to throw out of this, and you're not the strongest thrower, that people really do get exposed in the Super Bowl. Like if I like even keel guys, but if you don't have that arm, like that's gonna throw you out. Huh?
You thought Cam was even killed?
Yeah, are you kidding me? I'm saying big moments. What big moment have you seen in his career that's got to him?
I didn't say that he has that. I didn't say that he hasn't.
I'm saying in the big moment, these guys shine.
I mean, he ain't jump on that ball, did he?
Cam is emotional, absolutely. You don't think Tom Brady's emotional too?
I mean,
that's the goal.
I'm just saying.
When I say even keel, I mean big moments aren't going to get. That's all.
Should have jumped on that ball.
Yeah, he should have jumped.
That was a pretty big moment.
It was hurt though. But when I say even keel, let me correct myself. I mean guys who shined in the big moment. Big moments don't really get to them. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Right. Like Eli Manning. No moment was too big for that man.
I mean, every other season that he didn't go to the playoffs was
2 Super Bowls. Only person to ever beat. Only person to ever beat.
I like the retirement Eli.
Retirement Eli is phenomenal.
He's really. I can't believe that they didn't that he didn't shine on like this side of him when he was playing, because everyone looked at Eli like a big dork, just a clown.
I think
just a dweeb,
straight face,
emotion. Yeah, just always they caught.
He was just always out there like this. Stop. Like,
Eli,
life was just
shoulder pad like this.
Life was tearing him up.
Eli balled in big moments, man.
You can't say without Eli.
Yes, I mean there's a lot of.
You can't. It's impossible.
I mean, it's only 3 letters. What's his whole name? Elliot.
Eli.
It's gotta be Elijah.
Elijah. He's from the Bible Belt. Got to be something like that.
Gotta be.
Elijah.
Nah, Eli.
Is Elijah.
Alicia?
He is over.
This man Clay. 15 points.
So you think Eli? So you definitely think Eli a Hall of Famer then?
First ballot.
First ballot. Oh,
He's
bro, you need new prescriptions, son. You've been walking around blind all these years. It's a damn shame.
How is he not a Hall of Famer?
How is he? Tell me how he is.
How is he?
Yep.
2 Super Bowl MVPs. He had what? 4 Pro Bowls?
4 Pro? How long did he play?
Or probably more.
Do we count? Are we counting Pro Bowls?
Like Pro Bowls.
No, I'm just
how many All Pros has he had? How many years?
Tyler Huntley is a Pro Bowler.
Thank you.
That thing is lost.
Pro Bowl is different than how it was back then. Okay. Pro Bowl was different. It used to get played after the Super Bowl, so people actually used to play.
Yeah.
Bro, was Eli Manning? How often was Eli Manning a top 3 quarterback in the league during his era?
Yeah,
probably only once. Top 3,
even top 5.
Probably about.
I think he will definitely end up in there.
Yeah, definitely.
His last name is Manning.
It's
his way of working itself out.
It ain't because his man, it's because his play on the field.
No, his play on the field wasn't as good as.
I'm saying his play on the field was great, but I'm saying if the thing that's going to get him in over people who probably have better resumes than him is going to be his last name.
The thing is, he's top 10.
It's going to get him in.
He's top 10.
Top 10 what?
Top 10 in passing yards total. He's top 10 in passing yards totals and touchdowns.
Troy Brown's top 5 too. He ain't the top 5
I'm talking about all time. Ever.
And Tim Brown is top 5 ever, and he ain't top 5 receiver of all time.
Yeah,
and that's that man. But this is elite eye we're talking about. Not only that, he has 2 Super Bowls, and not only he has 2 Super Bowls, he has 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
This man. Wait, Peyton basically has 2 Super Bowls. Does Peyton only have 2 Super Bowls?
He got 2.
So he right there with his brother. As in, like,
but he only got 1 Super Bowl
Hold on.
MVP.
So Bonnet, you saying you take
Eli over
you
Peyton?
take Eli over Peyton?
Right now, well, like the whole rundown?
Yes.
Are you picking Eli or Peyton?
For me, I've got to go with Eli.
What's in that bonnet?
That's all right. I took him off the stream for that guy.
Oh my god!
You knew it was coming. He dragged it out a little bit.
How is not Eli?
Yo, what kind of oh my! You trying to get an escort?
No, I'm trying to figure out because I'm going off of playoffs. When Eli is there, he does what he has to do.
How often was he there?
When did
Peyton Manning was there? How often was Peyton Manning there before he did something?
But okay, it's
10 years.
Eli couldn't get to the damn.
When was Peyton ever the problem, though? That's my thing.
Ever.
Hey, he had the offense to do it, but he couldn't do it.
But they didn't have a defense to do it.
Peyton had a 68% winning percentage. Eli had a 58%.
Eli did wait, time out. Didn't Eli have to? Is that including playoffs? Because I feel like Eli had to win his last
all of that is
also,
including playoffs.
I feel like his last couple games he had to win to get over 500 for his regular.
If Peyton wasn't in the same division as Tom Brady, I feel like
Tom Brady don't have the record he got. Tom Brady don't got 7 Super Bowls with Peyton Manning in that division.
If Eli Manning was over there, Tom Brady would have made it to the Super Bowl as much as he did.
He would have went more.
No, he would have. Eli Manning would have stopped him.
All
if he
right,
stopped him in the Super Bowl twice, he definitely would stop the playoff game.
That's
Uh-oh.
Yo.
Thank you. Yo, son this man.
Hold on.
Thank you. Done him.
No, we gotta talk.
You gotta mute the other audio.
What's going on here? I got something on in the background.
You gotta mute
the video, the YouTube broadcast.
I don't even know how. Look at this. I'm new to this game.
Close out all the windows.
You have the YouTube up on a different window. You gotta.
Nah, he closed it out.
He muted himself.
Nah, I muted him.
Oh, dang! Everybody get muted. You muted Sam.
Give me a thumbs up when you got it. All right, here. Oh, you muted your own self. You got to unmute.
All right, then.
Yeah, he did it again. What happened? Oh man.
Are we back?
Nah, he good.
You good?
Okay, here we go. Check this out. Yo, first of all, Eli's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh my.
Okay. God. First ballot.
Oh my God.
Come on.
First ballot. All right.
You're not taking Eli over Peyton.
No. I'm taking Eli over Peyton every time.
You are.
First of all, look. They did
tell you.
Listen to this. A few years ago, right? They did a statistic, right, where they put in an algorithm, right, to figure out who was the most clutch quarterback in NFL history, and they did it, and it came out as Eli Manning, and then they went, "There's something wrong here. There's no way it's Eli. Let's redo it." They redid it. They put in different things, and it came back out again as Eli Manning, the most clutch quarterback.
Why he had to be so clutch? Why he had to be so clutch?
All right.
No, but listen. Let me read this real quick. Let me read this. Let me read this real quick. I'm gonna run through this. Statistically speaking, Peyton is king. Peyton's winning percentage is 68%. Eli's is 58%. Peyton's completion percentage is 64.9%. Eli's is 58.4%. Peyton's touchdown percentage is 5.5%. Eli's is 4.7%. Peyton's interception percentage.
Eli never had the teams that Peyton had, though.
Eli led the league in interceptions.
Always had better defenses.
Think about this. Yo.
Multiple times. He led the entire NFL in interceptions.
Hold on. Yo, listen to this.
So
he
Brett
took
Favre.
that 07 team, right? That 07 team had they had you as a freaking offensive lineman on that team. Like, there was nobody on that offensive line. Okay? They win the Super Bowl. Then his number one quarterback goes to a club and shoots himself in the leg.
Number one receiver.
Number one receiver shoots himself in the leg. We never had the opportunity.
Marvin Harrison was on trial.
Right? I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to even hear it. I'm tired of it.
Talk that talk, George.
We'll find out in 2025.
Yeah, look. There's no question. And then you guys are just whitewashing it, he's
whitewashing it.
Not whitewash, not the right word. What I'm saying is, you guys are going like,
y'all
he's going in because he's a Manning.
Y'all downplaying it,
bro.
I think
he made the playoffs. Like
reality is going to set in for you guys because NFL writers, it is clear as day that he is not a 100% first ballot Hall of Famer. To the people who are going to vote him in, to Giants fans, you're going to say yes, but I'm saying,
listen.
It's not on me.
The question is, right, the big question with the Hall of Fame thing, right, is always, can you tell the story of football, right, without mentioning this person's name?
Exactly.
First ballot.
Can you mention?
Don't mean first ballot.
Can you tell the history of football without mentioning Eli's name?
You can't, but it don't make him a first ballot.
Well, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oh my god!
No, it don't.
Not only he's a two-time Super Bowl
first of all,
two-time MVP.
So you telling me Eli Manning is more deserving than first ballot Hall of Famers than Terrell T.O. Owens?
No, but
they did T.O. dirty.
T.O. got done dirty. Like, yeah,
he got done dirty.
But I'm saying the precedence has been set. T.O. is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. So Eli gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Well, you want me to be completely honest? I think that T.O. should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, right?
Agreed.
Also, all right, but
he should have been a Hall of Famer.
You could tell the story of football without T.O., I believe.
No, you can't.
I think you can.
He said
you
literally set the single game reception record.
I don't. Yeah, but like
this man came.
I'm not not that he was never the
Eli
best. He was never the most polarizing.
Whoa.
He was in there with he was in there.
Terrell Owens wasn't polarizing.
Who do you take, Randy? Do you take Randy or T.O.?
Bro, that's literally the most 50-50 argument in NFL history.
Yeah, Devin Hester got passed through.
I think everybody here takes
the greatest returner of all time.
Not everybody. I've asked people for years, going back years, who they pick Randy or T.O. It's always been 50-50. From here to Pennsylvania to Ohio to Florida.
I don't know. I take Randy every single time.
That's a 50-50 argument.
I take T.O.
every time.
It's a consensus 50-50 argument.
Mm-hmm. Because T.O. could do more on the football field than Randy. Randy ran one route. T.O. could run everything.
T.O. can still run everything.
Nobody not saying T.O. because if you're saying that set the precedent, that means what's this dude name? Lamar Jackson should get paid because of what's his name set the precedence for guaranteed money.
Man, that's certainly an argument. I don't think it's smart. No, he's saying that just because with my logic, since Deshaun Watson got that guaranteed contract, Lamar Jackson should get it too.
Well, that's how the QB market works, though. That's why people.
But this is not how.
That's why people said still to this day, Dak Prescott is overpaid. And then a month later, he's number 5th highest paid quarterback.
Yeah,
because that's just how the QB market works.
You're gonna. The highest
who said it? It was either McVay said, he was like, the way NFL coaches and GMs look at quarterbacks is like their contracts are not really that negotiable as people think. He's like, that's just what they're going to get paid, what they're going to get paid. It's just how the market works. Where you negotiate as everyone else. You can negotiate with years and some incentives and things like that. But a QB is you have to have it if you want to compete, and they have to get paid. So there's really, our hands are tied when it comes to Joe Burrow. He's going to get paid no matter what. You have to sign him. Jalen Hurts, he's going to get paid no matter what. Dak got his money no matter what. All these guys, fuss and fight, they're getting paid. You have bums. You have Kyler Murray. He's top 3 paid quarter. He's done absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. But they have to pay him because what are they going to do?
That's why there should be a separate cap for quarterbacks. There should be a completely different separate cap. There should be like the team cap and then the quarterback cap.
I used to say that, but then that creates a disparity though, because then it's like, hey, but what if your rookie quarterback balling on his rookie contract is just like you don't get that extra room? That's a bonus.
But I think you'd have to look at the percentage that quarterbacks, like, I don't know how much has changed over time. Yeah, the numbers look crazy, but has the percentage of that cap changed? That's the biggest thing. Like, there's probably still taking home the same percentage. It's just a way bigger number than it used to be.
The NFL is also like designed themselves that like they want their teams to go like 8-8, right? Or like, I guess, they want them teams to be like 500. That's why we get the bottom like the bottom teams get the draft picks, because they want everybody to be even. That's why they do like their scheduling the way they do it. So if you eliminated that like rookie quarterback thing, and they had their own cap, then it kind of levels the playing field. Now we can offer this X amount of money to these guys.
I feel like that's going to create an environment like the NBA. Like, if teams don't got to worry about the cap space for a quarterback, Jerry Jones just going to be like, hey,
right,
Jalen Hurts or
small market
Patty Mahomes, come on over here. I got $500 million for you right here.
Small market teams get nervous over there.
You got this thing where like if your quarterback takes, I think the number is either 12 or 14% of your cap room. It's like most teams that where your quarterback take up 12 or 14% of the cap room. Those are usually the teams that usually have the hardest road to like trying to win a Super Bowl. Because like once your quarterback takes up it's like it's videos out there that really like deep dive, and it's just a lot of it based on history. So like once your quarterback take up a certain percentage of the cap room, it's like your team then begins its downhill slope. Now whether that downhill slope incline is steep or is like gradual, it's just like it just starts to happen just because it's hard to continue to draft players when you're close to picking late in the draft. It's hard to consistently, compete against these teams where there's so much parity in the league, where it's like, think about it, for like the longest, ain't nobody look at certain teams that was at the bottom of the division, and now boom, they in the mix, right? So now it's just like, okay, eventually the bad teams is going to get good. So when them quarterback contracts is taking up so much cap, it's going to be like, dang, I ain't got no dogs on at these certain positions, and I'm going up against teams that got them dogs. And I think the team really going to really start to see that is like the Bills, right?
I mean,
you got that this year.
That's why it's so impressive. Like you look at the Super Bowl, you have a team who has this amazing O-line, amazing D-line, because they can pay these guys because you have Jalen Hurts on a rookie contract. So that's why when people are like, bro, everyone's talking about Mahomes, they're not talking about Hurts. It's because Mahomes is getting there with nothing but throwaway receivers and the best tight end in the game. While Jalen Hurts, you have a big ticket in A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, your entire O-line, your entire D-line, your two cornerbacks, all these guys getting paid who are top at their positions, while Mahomes is going with Valdez-Scantling, who was a throwaway, McCole Hardman, who was a backup last year. You have Juju Smith-Schuster, who gets hurt if you sneeze on him, and he was a throwaway from the Steelers. Like all these guys who are really GMs doing great things, plugging these guys in, and Mahomes making magic, and Andy Reid making magic out of it.
To even add to that, think about like not every team is going to get. I'm gonna call it luck, right? And this is what I mean when I say luck, right? Not every team is going to get as lucky as Kansas City, where you got a Orlando Brown that want to leave the Ravens because he wants to play tackle now because he knows the market, right? But then boom, they pluck him up out of the Ravens, right? And then you don't get as lucky when you got Joe Tooney playing at the high level that he playing, along with the rest of the linemen at their ages and their stages of the career, starting to play at a very high level. Like normally when you're drafting, you're like, okay, we the Kansas City Chiefs, and we're picking 20 and on for the next couple of years. So it ain't gonna be the cream of the crop linemen that's gonna fall to us. So we really got to hit in the second round and the third round. And when your team hit, that's luck, because the draft is just straight luck.
I don't know, man.
The best prospects and they garbage on the wrong system and the wrong team. So like not every team get that kind of luck, right?
I don't know if you can say it's luck, man. That's just a good GM.
Yeah.
I mean, bro. You talking about seventh round running back.
It's a bit of luck and a good GM. Injuries can happen to anybody.
Yeah,
you had amazing guys who lost their knees rookie year, and they're top 5 draft picks, things like that.
Cadillac Williams.
So it's a lot of like luck absolutely plays a factor in it. 100%. And then like Dallas, Terrence Steele. Nobody saw Terrence Steele becoming a top right tackle in the league. You develop these guys, you hope something happens, and you have to draft well. Isaiah Pacheco, who saw him? Kansas City's been missing at a high clip in the draft, but they hit on a good amount of guys this year, and it fell their way. You know.
Yeah, and
but
I
you
mean,
have to
think about how many of the linemen that they subpar on their team, and then as soon as they hit free agency, they get in the right system, the right quarterback, the right coach, and then boom, they just take off. And then, look at I forgot the name of the lineman. He was one of our guards, and then as soon as he hit free agency, right, he go to another team. He's one of the best right guards in the NFL. Like, and then you can even like throw Whitworth in there, right? We ain't value Whitworth, right? We like, okay, we can get another Whitworth, right? Soon as he leave, we have offensive line troubles for years. He a Hall of Fame.
He winning Super Bowls.
And then beat us in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Come on, it's stuff like that
commentating for your games,
bro. Commentating for us, right. So, and it happens a lot. Like that's why, like especially in the off season, even if your team don't need like some starting linemen, I always say, look into the trenches, right? Because
you got to draft the trenches every year.
Yeah, it be them dudes that they go to another team, and you be like, wait, 2 years ago you was a regular, now you're an all pro lineman, like. Why you couldn't do this back then? Like, it happens all the time.
So I felt about Arden Key on Jacksonville. We had him last year. He was balling this year.
Derrick Henry was talking. They were saying like, how big is the jump from college
I saw that.
to the NFL? He was like, it is night and day.
He says it's not the same game.
Right. Yeah, he's like, SEC is the only thing that really gives you a glimpse of what the NFL is like. And they were talking about, he's like, oh, you played against the Big Ten. He's like, yeah, we beat them 53-0.
Right.
It's like it's hard for a lot of these guys to jump to the NFL.
Yeah.
That's why you got Dallas who's struggling with Jalen Tolbert. You have who did the Vikings or the Eagles took? Oh boy, ahead of Jamar. No.
They took Rager over Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. It's tough. Like these guys show you everything in college, but a good amount of guys can't make that jump.
I mean,
so,
and I hate when people like say like, "Oh, the best team in college could play the worst team in the NFL." Like,
you're not scoring a touchdown.
These guys that's on the NFL level are the best at their positions. They're the best of the best, all in one, right? So everybody on every NFL team, even like your third string guys, they gonna ball out in most college games. Why? They got the experience, they got the knowledge. It's some stuff even when you factor in the size of the hash marks on college to the NFL. It's like you go to college, everything wide open. It's like when you go to the NFL, everything is in a chokehold. Like,
bro, you could just say this. How many, like Georgia probably got what, like a dozen NFL players like on their team? Every single person on the Houston Texans is an NFL player.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the DB, like look at the cornerback play in college. These DBs are running free all the time. You come to NFL, you are getting locked up. You have to go against a Sauce Gardner. He's
cuffing. You're getting clapped.
You are not
getting
touching the ball. And this is an open space with an NFL quarterback throwing you the ball, not a college quarterback.
The schemes is too advanced in the NFL than college. Just because, like, again, the hash marks is different. So, like, now the sideline is really my friend. Like, if I'm on defense, the sideline is my friend. So, it's certain routes in certain places of the field you just can't do.
Yeah.
It's certain concepts you can't run on certain sides of the field just because everybody is an athlete out here. Like, my defensive lineman in the NFL is probably running as fast as your running back.
Yeah. They were talking about, it was at the Travis Kelce's podcast. They were saying, do you think any Joe Schmo can get one rushing yard in the NFL? They were like, yeah, if you're in like a prevent defense and it's like the end of the game, the other defense is not pushing up, you can get a yard. It's like, but any other situation, you're not getting out of the backfield. And Travis Kelce was saying if you look at like a receiver, if you took a Joe Schmo, you have absolutely zero chance to catch a ball in the NFL unless you are a top tier athlete.
Bro, about the only thing
so
an average Joe. Man.
I hear you, Trey. I got one catch in me.
I'm getting a yard.
Only thing
I got one catch.
Probably do a snap. Long snap. I think I get a yard though.
You think you can rush for a yard?
Long snap and looking like Zeke.
I might. Right now,
no.
Absolutely.
Also, they're talking about
any quarterback in the Eagles, and they push you. They doing that little rugby push. How many times? Listen, a yard is tough. If they don't give, if the Seahawks don't give Marshawn Lynch the ball at the 1 yard line, I know.
Wait, time out. A yard on the goal line is different than a yard on the 35-yard line.
Big difference.
But how many teams, right, done had it at the 1 yard, not at the 1 yard line? They going for they just need 1 yard. How many teams done need
time out, man. I'm saying give it to me on 2nd and 5. All right.
Yeah. No pressure. It's a passing down, and we do a draw. I'm getting a yard.
Yeah, now if you were 2nd and 5, I mean, you were ahead of the sticks at that point. So it's a little different.
I mean, we won't gonna split hairs, man. I mean,
I'll tell you this: I'm not sitting in the backfield and looking across and seeing Fred Warner staring me in the eyes. That's not gonna happen.
No.
I'm not taking the ball.
Forget that. Did y'all see the video of Brandon Graham barking at Trent Williams, and Fletcher Cox had to tell him yo, so no lie, I'm telling you, it's dudes like that made me realize I need to be them on defense, because as a running back to hear somebody just barking at you like that, knowing you about to just get smacked.
Imagine honestly, you get the handoff, you see Aaron Donald like this with your lineman arms already behind him. Ready?
You don't want
yo, I'm not gonna lie. If I get in the ball and then I see somebody like Aaron Donald already got the clear path, bro, I'm just curling up. I'm not trying to.
Who was that in college hit the running back before he got the ball handed off to him?
Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, Jadeveon Clowney. That'd be no shot.
Time out. Jadeveon, have y'all seen his high school tape? That's the best highlight tape of all time.
His South Carolina tape is fire too,
bro. But his high school highlight tape might be the best highlight tape I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know. It can't be better than Noel Devine's. That's still.
It's 1A and 1B.
Okay.
Noel Devine.
That's
a throwback.
It went viral before YouTube was monetizing.
Noel Devine. That was we used to be on that heavy.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
Oh, he had 8.
He went to West Virginia.
He went to Philly, and he just left.
He had 5-6 kids.
Yeah, but he was at Philly camp. He said he had to leave. Coaches was cool with it, but then he went to Deion House and never went back.
Yeah,
it's a bizarre story. It's completely bizarre.
Well, y'all tell me this: what y'all got going on for Super Bowl?
Nah, I'm laying low for the first time in 6 years, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming over, just chilling. Got work in the morning.
I got work.
That's gonna change.
I do got a question though.
I don't feel confident in him.
I do got a question.
Oh man,
it's just a simple question. Why can't we all man? Just a simple
He's been over there googling for a minute.
Because you said Eli first ballot, so every time you say something, here we go.
It's a simple question. That's all.
All right.
There's a QB, right? He's 6th in the NFL ranking of all times in attempts, 7th in completion all time in completion.
Phillip Rivers?
7th in all time in yards, and then 7th in all time in touchdown passes. And not to mention, he holds a record of having 15 fourth quarter touchdown passes, the most in NFL history. And then on top of that, he's a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback and a 2-time Super Bowl winning MVP.
The last 25 minutes, just said
no.
Eli is never 10.
No.
It's just 210 games.
I'm not saying who that person is. Is he a Hall of Famer? Is that person a Hall of Famer?
Depends. Man.
He's not. He's ranked top 10 in almost everything.
Let me ask you a question.
Is it Phillip Rivers?
That's all. So Phillip Rivers don't got 2 Super Bowls.
Nah.
MVPs.
He talking about the feces that's his background.
I know who we talking about. I know who we talking about.
But that person is not.
Child's play.
You talking about the quarterback? You talking about the quarterback that has an even record all time? No more wins.
Nah, he doesn't have an even. He doesn't.
No.
He's 500 for his career.
No, he's over 500.
He's 500 for his career. Go look it up.
No, you can look it up.
Matt Ryan's not far from him in any stat, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you think on him?
What happened?
Matty
I
Ice.
said Matt Ryan is not far at all from Eli Manning in any stat. So what do you think of that?
Is he top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's top 10.
Absolutely.
The what?
Touchdown passes. He's above. He's above.
We can talk about that real quick. We can talk about that real quick.
State is gonna always end on does he have Super Bowls? It's always gonna fall on that.
Isn't that
I'm a Super Bowl guy.
Hold on.
Sam
trying to say something. I want to hear what he's saying.
Eli.
Yeah, Dan Marino don't got no Super Bowls, and he's in the Hall of Fame. He was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Because Dan Marino was the best quarterback, arguably, of all time.
All right, well, hold on. Matt Ryan has an MVP. Like, you know what I mean? He was the MVP of the league at one point. That year, at the very least, he was the number 1 quarterback in the fucking league.
Cam Newton has an MVP.
But we can't. Are we really gonna sit here and compare the game of quarterbacking to how it was in the past? Because, like, if that's the case, Mahomes can retire right now and going to the Hall of Fame.
Peyton Manning was breaking all of Dan Marino's records. That's how far into the game he was.
I don't know. We like Dan Marino was like the 90s though. It wasn't like
80s and 90s.
80s and 90s. Yeah. So Dan I don't know.
Dan Marino was putting up 45 touchdown passes in the 80s.
Yeah, and they were allowed to crush him. And like he was getting crushed back there.
Not say more about Dan Marino? You can help with my point.
Yeah. Like no, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody, but like I'm on your side. I'm like they were crushing him, and like they like we can't like you want to like all the the Joe Burrows of the world. They got inflated numbers because they can't be touched.
That's facts. It's fact. Offensive numbers are inflated in general. I mean, they still ain't gonna catch Jerry Rice, which is crazy, or Emmett.
I like to believe that the NFL today, especially with the quarterbacks, is just like how when the NBA changed the hand checking rule.
That's pretty spot on.
It's like that's the best way I can think about it. Like now, all those old records, and we're playing 17 games now. They're going to be broken.
Not Jerry.
They just smash out the park.
Jerry.
It's gonna look ridiculous.
I feel like all the records gonna be broke except Jimmy, or not, except Jerry and Emmett. I feel like those records are unbreakable.
Russell Wilson he's what 3 behind Eli Manning. That's about 60 touchdowns. So that's 3 more seasons of decent quarterback.
But we just talked about, new school, old school. Eli Manning, when he was putting up these numbers.
Yeah, I'm saying
it was the old rules.
I'm saying it's these guys are going to creep in there, and it's not going to look so shiny for Eli. And all you can really have is
Eli going to get in before they get it, before they even retire.
2025, we'll see.
Eli Manning, when did he have a number?
Eli's 118 and 118.
If you factor in
118
that's
games,
season, that's for
the
regular season.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, how many times did Eli?
That's the regular season.
How many times did he go to the playoffs? How many years did he play? How many years did he go to the playoffs?
I want to say
he was looking all them stats up.
4 times. I wasn't looking up stats. I knew what his stats was.
4 times in what? 14 years?
I think
Eli is number 10 in pass yards, number 10 in touchdowns.
Sound like Matt Stafford.
He is.
Who's number 10 in passing yards?
Eli Manning.
And what passing yards is this?
Passing yards all time, according to ESPN. Huh?
He's 7th,
including playoffs.
57,000. He's got Aaron Rodgers above him, Dan Marino, Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Tom Brady.
Oh, that's a lot of people for a first ballot.
Right. Matt Ryan all those other people first ballots?
No. Matt. I said Matt Ryan.
He won't be.
Then Roethlisberger.
Bonnet got his stats off Ask Jeeves. That's what happened.
Yeah, he's looking at Wikipedia, updated by Giants fans.
Yo, he
Remember
also
first.
wait, hold on. Eli also played 210 consecutive games.
Ooh, man.
Okay,
Just
he was always in it. Yo, the Giants.
Nobody cares.
Yo, that's important, dude. That's important.
And how much
he
Super
always
Bowls?
gave us a shot of winning.
Half the time.
Wait, but Ramon, you got to stop going back to the Super Bowl.
That's a stat
thing.
that only Giants care about.
Word.
200.
What number one receiver? What number one receiver besides Plexico Burress, who was there for a year, one good year,
Victor,
did Eli
Victor
Manning
Cruz.
have?
You can say the same thing about Tom Brady.
Was he a top 10
You
receiver?
can say the
Yeah,
same thing
easily
about Tom
same
Brady.
thing about Tom Brady. What
Come on.
what Hall of Famers did Tom Brady play on his offense besides Gronkowski? He's only played with one.
Randy Moss.
2 years.
Like, come on.
Randy Moss.
And he didn't win a Super
Manning
Bowl.
and Randy Moss.
He did
Yeah,
not win a
you
Super
know
Bowl.
why?
He didn't win a Super
Because
Bowl
of the
with.
New York Football Giants. That's why.
I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Undefeated. An undefeated team.
Just saying.
Undefeated team.
Oh,
Tom
my
Carey.
God.
Carried.
Y'all gonna talk about this forever. It's gonna be
I'm just
embarrassing
saying.
after a while.
I think, does Mike Evans go into the Hall of Fame? I think he has
should.
to.
He should.
Absolutely.
Mike Evans has been one of the most dominant receivers since he entered
He's
the league.
on. It blows my mind how he does not get put into the conversation for top wide receiver every single year.
He's been top 5 every year he's in the league.
Every single year, 1,000 yards in his sleep. And the only reason he almost missed it this year is because Tom Brady was awful the entire season.
Yeah, he was.
But,
I would love to see Mike Evans in Dallas. Just saying, that would be.
Eli Manning was consistent, though. I'm just saying.
Consistently average.
All right, but consistently bringing in Super Bowls at least
consistently twice in 14. What?
Yeah, that's
not consistent.
Twice in
That's
5
not
years. Get it
consistent.
right.
There's some teams that haven't won it yet. Period. There's other teams that haven't won it in 28 years.
But
he did it twice in 14 years. Twice.
So literally, you got shot down on every statistical thing, and then you just went back to Super Bowl. Like, it's more to it than that. They're telling you that Dan Marino, who won no Super Bowls, is a Hall of Famer. So your whole argument of a Super Bowl is negated because it's not really that important. Like, when you have to. He's 118.
What's the point of playing? What are you playing the football game to do? Then?
But you can't say consistent. That's like trying to take your picks from the weatherman.
Is every NFL team not trying to win the Super Bowl every year?
Y'all won twice on 2 good runs.
I'm just saying, is every NFL team?
Okay, so
they trying to win the Super Bowl?
Everything isn't based off of that, though.
It's
like
not.
It is. It's the stats.
No, it's not. It holds you up. In a sense, you could say a Super Bowl win for an average to above average player is a crutch to their career.
You about to go?
Okay, and what about 2 Super Bowls?
Also, I still think it's a crutch because every other season Eli played, he was the epitome of average.
All right, y'all. Real quick, I do gotta have a big break into the system. This is for everybody that is either new to the channel, old to the channel, however you want to slice it up. But I do want to let everybody know on the stream that you guys I put the link in the chat on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you guys click the link so that way you guys can sign up for the SBS Pick'em League, which will be running soon as the NFL season starts this upcoming season. You guys click the link, type in 0 for how much you're going to pay because it's free. Only thing we're doing is collecting your email so that way we can send you out an invite when it's time for the season to roll around. As you guys can see on the promo, first place wins an NFL jersey. Second place will win a team shirt. And third place will win a team hat. I am the running champion right now with my boy Ramon running in third. And then we have someone else in second. But make sure you guys click that link so that way you can enter your email address so you can be reminded when we do drop the SBS League. And all you got to do is pick your teams that's going to win games weekly. It's real simple.
Excuse me.
It's a crutch.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Crutch.
I don't understand. He has some of the best playoff stats ever.
Two-time for 2 runs.
But a
on
crutch.
2 runs. On 2 runs.
But
all right, so okay, let me
it's
ask,
crazy for two runs, and he got some of the best
say,
playoff stats ever.
Let me say, I just want to get your perspective. What's your opinion on Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco is basic, but he had weapons.
So he's
he had the best running back at one point. He had the best running back.
No, so look, you're making an argument. Hold on.
One of the best wide receivers who's probably going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Anquan?
Yeah.
That was old Anquan.
I'm just saying.
Wait, I think I was muted when I asked this. Are you saying that Eli had no weapons? Like no Plaxico?
No number
Odell, Victor?
He had Plaxico in the playoffs. Because he's bringing up Joe Flacco and the whole playoff Super Bowl.
But your Giants team is their biggest. The reason y'all won no Super Bowls was y'all defense.
Now this.
No.
Okay, perfect. That is a great point. Great point.
I thought so. Thank you.
Ben Roethlisberger only won because of defense.
His first one. Yeah, I agree with that.
So he only, if you want to put it, he got one.
I mean, that's the way I think about it. It's the same argument. It's the same. What? Okay.
Thomas Edwards, James Jr., whatever his name is.
You can say the same. You can say his first 3 were that case. Absolutely. But what Tom Brady do?
What did he do? He lost against Eli twice.
He won 4. He won 4 more.
And
then he got to the dance 3 more times. Other than
didn't have weapons.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can't really say that, right? Because Victor Cruz went over for 1,100.
Victor Cruz was on the Hall of Fame.
Matter of fact, Victor Cruz had 1,500 yards that year. Nakeem Hicks had 1,100 yards that year. Eli Manning almost threw for 5,000 yards. What do you mean?
He made them better.
What do you mean?
He made them better?
Yeah. What did Hakeem Hicks do when he went to the Raiders? Tell me. I'm listening.
He did with most,
but that's just a system.
No one
does good in the Raiders.
One can say a wide receiver is dependent on the quarterback position. So if the quarterback play goes down, he's not going to produce.
But Eli Manning, what I'm hearing, Eli Manning is average. So that means he's not making. Hakeem Hicks went to another average QB.
That wasn't even the first time Hakeem Hicks went over 1,000 yards.
Okay.
Wait. You talk about, so you say a Raiders quarterback other than Derek Carr over the last 20 years has been more than average?
What? I don't know
I feel like every Raider quarterback
average is
trash. Is below
average is trash. That's how I look at it. Eli Manning ain't average, but that's what you say it.
He is. I feel like Eli is better than every Raider quarterback.
So why does he only have a 500 record?
All right. So wait. The same way you guys are talking about how the defense won, right? The rest of the team wasn't built around them for that. At the end of the day, it's the team game, and the team wasn't built like that.
What do you mean? It's
like
you're saying it's a team game. He's saying that Eli is the greatest thing to ever touch New York, and he elevated all of those players. Y'all saying 2 different things,
bro. Those are some of the best defenses of the decade. That front 4.
You're acting like you didn't have a Michael Strahan and OC and
the worst secondary
JPP and Tuck. You're acting like you didn't have a Brandon Jacobs.
In the fourth quarter,
you're acting like you didn't have all.
Ahmad Bradshaw when Ahmad Bradshaw and Brandon Jacobs were together, they were that was the best running back combo.
And don't forget about DeMarcus. Not DeMarcus. Don't forget about where. Don't forget about where it was Earth, Wind, and Fire.
While he's throwing shade at Hakeem Hicks, that boy Eli Manning actually upped his production after Hakeem Hicks got drafted, bro. And that year that he won the Super Bowl with almost cracking 5,000, he went downhill from after that as far as yards. So, I mean, you can't
because everybody left.
Well, so you can't really say he didn't have weapons then.
But when he has weapons, what does he do?
If that was his best year of production in his career, how he didn't have weapons?
When I said when he has weapons,
yeah, but I'm talking before this.
For me, this is the difference. If you are saying somebody's elite top, would you say 5?
He's not top 10.
Okay, top 10 quarterback of all time.
He's not top 10.
His weapons ain't gonna stop him from getting to the playoffs.
Now, if
in a sport where you need all these people, yes, it can. It's not
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Look, if the question is if he's getting in the Hall of Fame, I think Eli is a Hall of Famer, but he ain't no top,
Jones.
He's not top 10, top 15 QB, but he will get in the Hall of Fame. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
he's
a Hall of Famer. He's not.
I won't say first ballot.
Hey, you are crazy.
I don't think there's nobody.
Right, he didn't even have
nobody ever.
His brother.
I'm just letting y'all know.
Whatever. If you say nobody ever and Eli in the same sentence.
Nobody in the NFL Hall of Fame that has at least two Super Bowl rings, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and is top 10 in passing, touchdowns, and yards. Not been a first ballot.
So if he was so elite, why did he never win an MVP?
Right.
Because he didn't need to do all that.
Bro, I feel like most years Eli wasn't the best quarterback in the NFC East.
That's because he wasn't.
They won a Super Bowl as a wild card with an even record twice.
That's.
I mean, you can't. I'm saying
that don't say nothing.
Wait.
I'm saying that just proves that he wasn't the best quarterback.
Wait, Sam, I need you to repeat everything you just said.
Better than Romo, better than McNabb, better than I don't even know who the Redskins had. Jake Campbell, right?
I mean, you got that. Okay. You do have that. You got the Washington, but the rest of them.
Romo.
I think only Giants fans are picking.
No, time out. I'm gonna cape up for the Cowboys the only time to make sure y'all remember this. Tony Romo carried very average Cowboys teams for years. And when Cowboys got good, he broke his back.
The year the Giants won the Super Bowl, who did they play in the NFC Championship? They played Dallas.
Okay.
And Romo had a chance to win the game.
What I'm saying,
literally last second play.
What I'm saying is the Giants, to me,
ball in his hand,
were a better team overall than the Cowboys were during that time frame. Tony Romo was the only reason the Cowboys were competitive.
Now,
yes,
Tony
because
Romo
our defense was our defense
I won't
was
say
what?
Tony Romo was a bum. I'm not saying that.
Garbage.
But the decision making of Romo was questionable.
I mean, I'll give you that. I would give you that.
Just like Dak. Dak is not trash.
But that's yes, he is.
No, Dak ain't trash. I ain't gonna say that.
LaShawn McCoy said it the best.
Reverse that. You talking? Hold on. Now, if we're gonna bring up Shady on this, you're talking about a running back who has 2 Super Bowl rings who never contributed to either of them. So there's nothing that Shady can say.
I mean, if I ain't have Super Bowls and I was about to retire, that's the way I'd go out. I ain't mad at him.
But Shady, you cannot be that and then brag about Super Bowls. Like, yeah, you got the rings, you could wear them, all of that.
I mean,
Shady's in no position to brag about a Super Bowl. So now for him to compare himself or say anything about
LaShawn McCoy is only going to the Hall of Fame because he's the Eagles' all-time leading rusher.
Yeah.
No, LaShawn McCoy is one of the best running backs of his era.
Yeah, but he's not going to the Super Bowl for being one of the best. I mean, he's not going to the Hall of Fame for being one of the best running backs of his era. He's only going to the Hall of Fame because right now he's the leading rusher of the.
But that's how running backs get measured. Running backs don't get measured by Super Bowls.
Well,
yeah, but running.
Who get measured by Super Bowls?
It's a quarterback stat. It is.
Oh, okay. How many quarterbacks got multiple?
All running backs of all time.
I said it's a quarterback stat. Don't mean that your quarterback. Bro, you're talking to somebody who whose quarterback has been Jimmy Garoppolo and has done nothing but win games, and I'm tired of his ass.
But hasn't won Super Bowls.
I can't stand him. He's trash. No, he's trash. He's trash. Dak Prescott level trash, but he's better than Daniel Jones.
If he hit this dude down the field in that Super Bowl game, you'd be like, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I wouldn't because we won a playoff game. We won a playoff game when he had to pass 6 times.
We can't even say that because that wasn't even all his fault. The defense was selling, man. Defense was selling in that second half. Mahomes and them turned out.
No, Jimmy Garoppolo missed that throw.
Yeah, but it don't boil down to that one moment though. It don't boil down to that.
In a game like that,
kind of does.
I mean, you
saying the Wes Welker drop?
You could say that, but then at the same time, you could say that, but then that means that everybody else wasn't doing their job to even be in that position in the first place.
Man, you think it was wide open?
But why is if y'all are killing them in the first half, why is the defense now getting turned up on?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That was one of the Mahomes. That was Mahomes' worst. That was one of Mahomes' worst half in his career.
Hey, I picked the Chiefs in that game because I was like, Mahomes is special.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, y'all still had some of them same dogs, right? Y'all still got some of them same dogs that would have claimed that they would have,
first of all, we was missing a major dog in Navarro Bowman. That's when he basically ended his career.
Yeah, but I mean, I still have some of them same dogs though.
Yeah. Hey,
everybody is at that point in the Super Bowl. Everybody got injured, so
yeah,
we can do the what ifs all day. At the end of the day, it ain't just Jimmy G fault at that moment because why the defense? Y'all did your thing the first half. Why y'all letting Mahomes, second year quarterback at that?
First of all, we ain't let him do nothing. Dude, he's special. Special players do special things.
I don't know. I mean, I can't really say that because we beat him multiple times. I ain't really.
No, he's right. He's right. Special players.
Time out. We're not talking about the.
Talk that talk, George.
Not talking about the.
I didn't see him be special versus us. So
special. You know what? I'm not gonna go there.
Look. I'm just gonna go. This is my end of my rant. But look, all I'm gonna say is that when the lights were shining the brightest, right? There wasn't a quarterback that you wouldn't want, like other than Eli Manning, that you wouldn't want that ball in his hand.
There was a lot.
No.
In the fourth quarter, game-winning drive. That man had led the league like almost 13 years
because he was in close games and he couldn't close out games.
No, he
had to save it for the end. He had to save it for the end. He couldn't close it out.
Okay,
bro. If you win in the game,
you
could close out the game. You have 2 or 3 opportunities to close out the game before the final drive. He couldn't get it done. He wanted to save it for the last drive. That's where that's that.
But the fact that he could save it for the last drive.
How many other quarterbacks just closed out the game? Then they get the ball back and they just run the ball out.
Or wheel it out.
Our defense used to give it up.
That is such.
They gave up scores.
That comeback stat is such a straw man to me.
That's
nothing. It has no context.
Nothing.
Okay.
It literally means nothing.
Okay. Ask Pedro if it means nothing.
I can have
Pedro been missing.
Dude, I would have hit Sanders down the field. That's all I'm saying.
Ask him if Pat Mahomes' comebacks doesn't mean nothing.
No, but that wasn't even that really wasn't even a comeback because they're going tit for tat the whole game.
Yeah,
we talk about last week.
That's not a comeback.
His comebacks was
comeback is Tom Brady being down to the Falcons. Like that's a comeback.
That's a blown game.
No, what Patty Mahomes was doing in the playoffs, 2 years ago? Was that last year or 2 years ago? When he was down every single game.
Every game.
That run, that was
every game.
Was great.
That was comeback. They literally came back on every team.
It was on the Bills too.
Yeah, that was comeback.
And it was on the Bills also.
No. I don't think that year it was the Bills year that year. They played the Bills that year.
Yeah. He don't care. He gonna
that was in the regular.
He don't care. He gonna put the Bills there regardless. He don't care. He just want to.
No, but he would say that was in the regular season. But comebacks don't mean nothing.
We're not talking about regular season. We talk about the playoff run. They literally came back on every single team they played.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
They was down by at least 12 points in every game.
That's where that specialness of Mahomes really came from, right there.
It was like nobody can do this. Nobody else can do this.
Yo, I was looking at. They was not even. I was looking at. They was talking about Patrick Mahomes in his career, I think they said it's either 5 to 7 games where he's lost a game more than a score.
Because that man got that dog in him.
That Jack is ridiculous.
Got that dog in him.
It's ridiculous, man.
Man, he got the biggest dog heart that any light skinned dude in history.
Yeah, that Jack is ridiculous.
All right, listen, we gotta get ready for Super Bowl tomorrow. So, y'all, everybody give their bets.
It's probably too late. It's probably too late.
Yo, so somebody, I don't know if it was one of them. Oh, Sam said we should live stream tomorrow. It don't matter to me.
I ain't gonna be here.
Yeah, I ain't.
I don't got no dog in the fight.
I ain't gonna lie.
But people gonna be watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it depends. It might be a garbage game.
All right, what we doing? Ending
who
remarks.
knows?
We got. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Chiefs by 4. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown. You're welcome.
Chiefs by 4. I think everybody on here got Kansas City except for me.
Chiefs by 4.
Nah, I got the Eagles.
Oh, you got the okay.
No, I ain't picking Kansas City. You know I ain't picking. Heck, nah.
Sam, you going with Kansas City?
I need Mahomes to lose so that way I can continue my argument that ever since Joe Burrow has been drafted, Patrick Mahomes has not won a Super Bowl yet.
Oh, you sound like Nick Wright. You sound like reverse Nick Wright. It's crazy.
Listen. When Nick, if the Chiefs lose, I'm going to be unbearable. Okay, if the Chiefs lose, I'm going to be unbearable. And Nick Wright is one of the people that I got on my hit list. So is Patrick Mahomes' wife, because she has so much to say on Twitter. She has so much to say on Twitter. So
bro,
look,
I
I will spare none. No rock will be left unturned.
If you gonna be this annoying, you might as well just grow a rat tail out and call
Listen. Look, SBS won't hear it, but the people on them Chiefers on Twitter, I'm gonna just be saying you guys just practice 2 more weeks than us. That's all it was. That's all it was. 2 more weeks of practice.
That's a fact.
2 more weeks of practice.
I might be able to jump on that bandwagon because if Philly lose, I could be like, you know what?
That's a fact.
I really wasn't about that smoke, was you?
Listen, I'm picking Philly, but if they lose,
that Abbott Elementary,
when my 2-day suspension on Facebook come up.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Bro, you might as well just make another account.
Again. I was thinking about
but then he got to add too much people.
I'm only adding Eagles fans. I know him. I'm only adding Eagles fans.
But they ain't gonna accept it.
You had that one weird Facebook picture that just got the team logo on it, and then you just straight added team fans. They like, nah, this
gonna be my picture. Oh man,
bro, I'm tired.
I'm tired. Game. Everybody got to be in a close game though.
Next Eagles Cowboys game, that need to be the thumbnail of whatever video y'all put up.
Yo, I'm
so Sam, you think it's a close game?
Yeah, I do think it's a close game, but I think it's a super high scoring game though.
High scoring.
Yeah,
I think it's
like 42-38 type of deal. I think it's gonna be like crazy.
I do think
I think punches are gonna get thrown.
It's gonna hit the over. I think that, but I think it's gonna.
I got the Eagles by 9.
I think it's gonna be close because Philly's gonna try to have him storm back.
I got the
Eagles by 9.
4. I got Pat Mahomes by 4.
So two of y'all got KC by 4. Me and B-Rob got Philly by 9.
You're wrong.
I had that, and then Sam just got to be in KC winning in a blowout. In a shootout.
It's a high scoring game, but close game.
Shootout. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all putting anything on any of them apps?
Nah.
Nope.
I keep my money in my pocket.
Yeah, I worked too hard this week to get
Nah, I'm the dude that puts $2.15 leg parlays in to try to win $40,000.
Okay.
I respect it.
Yo, I got one for you. I don't know if you was watching. I don't know if you was watching, but what's the juju? 7+ receptions.
Under.
Boy,
over.
No.
Over.
You said 10.
And 100+ yards.
You said 10.
Juju?
No. I said he's going to get 10, but on there they don't have 10. It's going to be 7+.
No.
Yo, them 15 leg parlays have you watching the game different, bro. You ain't even you become the world's best analyst.
I
gotta pitch in that part.
I'd be like, all right, so he need one more reception. All right, you be second and 2, second and 3rd. Oh,
you're not even enjoying the game no more. You're not even enjoying the game no more.
We should have talked about this when Quentin was on here because that's how that boy be.
Yeah,
I just needed one more. I needed one more kick. I just needed a kicker to kick it off one more. I'm like, boy, like, nah,
he do those type of props.
You're not even watching football at that point. You're just watching yards and inches.
When I would go out to the house, he'd have the TV. He'd have the game. He had the TV going, and then he had a laptop, and he have it on his phone. He got the NFL.
Oh, that's what he does too,
bro. Time out, bro. One time I had the Niners game on the iPad. I had the Red Zone on my phone.
The Red Zone,
Then I subscribed to a VPN just to watch like the Vikings game because it wasn't here nowhere. And I had like Justin Jefferson's like over.
You need to be tapped in,
bro. It was crazy. So I had VPNs. I was using all the data in my house. It was.
Oh man.
YouTube streams was going slow. It was a mess.
That's funny.
But
man.
I do thank y'all for coming on, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Sam, thank you. I needed a little bit of backup. I appreciate it.
I got you.
Anytime.
Wasn't enough.
But thank y'all for tuning in to the Super Bias Sports Show, where a fan could be a fan. Deuces, y'all.